Welcome to Carver High School in Birmingham, Alabama. Tonight, we're going to be taking on the Carver Lady Rams will be taking on the Lady Dragons of Wenonah for their battle here at Carver High School. So welcome, everybody, to Hardwood tonight.
You're watching BCS Under the Lights, Courtside.
From Birmingham to the world, this is BCS Under the Lights. I'm your host, Brett Oates, with my main man, Steve Brown, sliding in with me, along with everybody here at Carver High School tonight. We are looking for an exciting game tonight here on the hardwoods. And we are excited. We'd like to welcome everybody and hope everybody a happy new year, 2024. Now, we hope everybody had a great time over the holiday. My man Steve Brown, with his FIA sweater on, has joined us. Steve, how are you doing, my man?
Man, I'm absolutely good, my brother. How are you doing on this wonderful Tuesday night as we get ready to kick off the 2024 version of BCS Under the Lights?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very nice. Very nice. Always love coming to Carver's facility. This is a top-notch facility. You know, another one that we have here in the Birmingham school system, another top-notch facility. But how's it been going with you, man? You ready for some basketball now?
Man, I am ready, brother. It's been an exciting time as we spent our first semester covering BCS sports, and now we're ready to drive this thing home, man, and see what we get to do as we get into region play. Now, this is a non-region game that we have tonight, but yet moving forward, it's all about the ones that matter, Brett.
That's right. That's right. So you have Wenonah, who's coming in here. These ladies are rolling at 16-5. The Carver Rams, they're doing a little struggling. You know, they're at 2-11. However, they still have a lot of young ladies down there with the Rams that are learning this season. I think you're going to see a different team again next year. They're learning a lot. This is one of the years that you have when coaches are really keeping their group together, and they're learning as they're playing against experienced young ladies.
Well, the tradition and the skill set is in favor of the Dragons tonight. As you stated, Carver's trying to build a program, and they are in an interesting situation. Their feeder programs, which happen to be Inglenook and Hudson, they are programs that have struggled in recent years in middle school basketball. So they're operating from a standpoint of being behind the game, because when you've got to, you know, in many instances, teach the sport and get kids up to speed at 9th grade, man, you're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, you are. You are. Particularly, as we've spoken earlier in the year about how some of these young ladies are playing throughout the summers. They're getting their own personal trainers. They're even practicing as groups, taking the time to learn the game. So you're right. So when they get out here, they are behind the 8 ball when you're playing against experienced players like the players over here at Wenonah.
Absolutely. So we'll pray for mercy on behalf of the Dragons tonight, because they're going to be bringing it, man, as they get ready to prime up for region play here at BCS Under the Lights Courtside edition.
Yeah, over the Christmas holidays, you know, both of these teams were active, like as of most Birmingham City schools, boys and girls were active over the holiday season. But the Carver girls, they fell to Parker on last Thursday, 66-24, and Parker is just rolling right now. You know, they're the city champs. They won that the other night, and they're at 12-4, and they are ranked in the state of Alabama at number 9, 6A. Now, on the other hand, you have Wenonah, who fell to Huffman on Saturday night, 46-57, which I thought that Wenonah would not be able to pull it out against Huffman. I was a bit surprised, and by, you know, it wasn't a blowout, but it was close to double-digit numbers.
Yeah, it was a significant win for them, and that bodes well for them as they head into region play. So we're looking good, man. We have some competitive teams
Yep.
at the girls level, and we're going to see one of them tonight in the likes of the Wenonah Dragons. Carver, again, are going to be fighting for their reputation, fighting to establish themselves in the Birmingham City School pantheon of girls basketball. And so we're in for a good treat. We're going to see some good ball.
Oh, yeah.
Whether or not it's competitive remains to be
Right.
seen, but we're going to see some good ball tonight here at George Washington Carver High School.
Yeah, and that says a lot about the coach here, over here at Carver, Coach Smith, Floyd Smith. You know, he's doing all that he can. Now, this is where people don't realize, I don't think, this is where you're coaching. When you have a young team, you know, you haven't been as successful all year, you're keeping them together. This is coaching. Getting them to stay motivated, still coming to practice, trying to execute out on the field when you know you may be overmatched. But you've got to get them out here because next year it's going to be a different mindset. We're more confident in each other. We're knowing the game a lot better. We've had time to work out over the summer, and hopefully they've gotten the same trainers and commitment that the other teams are doing, the players are doing. So you're going to come back with a different team, a younger team, but a more polished team.
Absolutely. And Coach looks good. Got his suit on, representing the way he should represent.
I see him. Look at him.
You know, I like that.
Look at him.
So Carver is definitely, you know, headed on the up. They do have a couple injuries striking their squad. And again, they're facing a formidable opponent tonight, an opponent that has some outstanding athletes, Brett, because we know that
Yes, they are.
about 3 or 4 of these young ladies for the Wenonah Dragons are state champion football.
Yes, that's right. Flag
players.
football champions.
Yeah, and so we're talking about some outstanding athletes and some young ladies that know how to compete, know how to work hard.
That's right.
And definitely know how to win.
Yes, and that plays a big part. You know, like we were saying, they've been together. They've been under adversity with the flag football. That is going to that's going to be a part of how they even interact on the basketball court. So, I mean, they've had time to mesh, get their, just get their chemistry together. They know they believe in each other. So you're dealing with a whole different type of animal.
Exactly. Definitely an aggressive group. As we see, you're looking on the screen there, you see Carver going through their warm-ups, but also at center court, the officials are bringing in the captains now from both teams, going over the particulars for the game, just making sure everybody understands, what we're doing here. We're competing in high school athletics. We want the best of sportsmanship. Definitely want everybody to play hard. And he's telling them, as always, if you have concerns, come to me.
That's right.
Let's talk about it. Let's work it out, and let's deal with it and move on.
Oh, yeah, we see the officiating crew making their way toward us right here. This is a top officiating crew that we have out here tonight. These guys have been around for a long time, and they do a really good job, even though I may give them the business.
And you do.
They do a good job.
And
they do a good job.
They do. You do and they do.
Yeah.
As they bring together now the head coaches and kind of give them the parameters in which it appears that our head official is a female tonight. Don't know her name, and that's one of the things that I want us to start doing, Brett, moving forward, is to go ahead and be able to highlight our great officiating crew, not just by compliment, but by name as well.
Yeah,
Because they deserve it, man. They do a good job. And in the state of Alabama, as across this great nation, we need great officials. We need people who are willing to come in and do what they do, which is officiate high school athletics, officiate Little League, community athletics, so that these student athletes can have an opportunity to compete in a structured environment that prepares them for the next level.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people give grief to the officials. They do it. They don't make a ton of money.
Right.
They do it for the game. And as you said, they are providing a service. So when people are sitting up in the stands and overdoing it and we get that it's emotional. You want your son or your daughter to do well out there, but the officials are doing the best job they can, and they're doing a good job at it.
That's right.
Actually.
Yeah,
so,
a great job, and they're doing a fair job, Brett.
Yeah,
so, they're impartial. They're not interested in the things we think they're interested in. They're trying to call a good game and uphold the rules of the sport for the advancement.
Yeah, yeah. So, and let's say this to people. If you think you can do it better, trust me. Come out,
Absolutely.
learn how to be an official. They'll take you in, they'll teach you, and you can get the opportunity, and I bet you will learn rules about the game that you thought you knew.
That's right.
That you don't know.
Come and get some of this.
Yeah.
As a coach or an official. Well, let's take a look now at some of our outstanding scholar athletes.
Yes.
Sponsored by Jax. All about the South, y'all. As we go into 2024, we're going into it with the support of Jax. And our first scholar athlete we want to highlight is Wenonah Atkins, a 3.9 GPA, Brett. 3.9.
That's
Come on
outstanding.
now. A tenth of a point off of perfection. That's perfect enough for me.
Wow.
Wenonah Atkins, Scholar Athlete of the Week. And Tamarcus Threet, 3.0 GPA, another Jax Scholar Athlete of the Week. Congratulations, Mr. Threet, for getting it done in the classroom.
There you go. Outstanding. And we'd like to say thank you to Jax, our sponsor, who brings all this good food, and it's their chicken and everything else that they have over there. So if you get an opportunity, go over to Jax and get some of that great food.
That is outstanding. That's our first major corporate sponsor for BCS Under the Lights, Courtside, and any other edition. And we're ready tonight, Brett.
Yeah.
We're ready to get it going for 2024, partner.
Yes,
Glad to
yes,
be back.
yes,
Thanks
yes.
to the Lord for bringing us back together and giving us prosperity to be here on this day at this time, highlighting our student athletes in the Birmingham City School.
Oh, yeah, it's great to be back. Great to see everybody back safely, you know, including all the members of our crew who have had a good holiday.
That's right, and we are indeed courtside on the front row.
Yes, we are. Hey.
As Bob Euchre would say, on the front row. Yes, sir.
I don't know if you had a chance. Nikki made some of that wonderful chili. It was outstanding.
Man, I got a bowl right here. I'm going to
gracious.
get, at the first time out, I am going to sock a little, as my dad would say.
Wow, I had some chili and I had some Jax. I'm good to go.
Hey, man, that's good, man. That's good stuff. Saw a couple of my former students from Nook.
I think you taught everybody in the state of Alabama.
No.
Because everywhere we go, we've been to the moon, and you were like, hey, there's 3 of my students. And they come hopping over there in their moon suits. And they're like,
yeah, defensive player Stover came by, and he plays on the boys basketball team as well. So we'll get to see our man Stover tonight representing the Nook community. So the Lady Rams and the Lady Dragons. The Rams in the red, the white, and the blue. That make them America's team, Brett?
I don't know.
Dragons in the black and gold.
Looking like Alabama State.
Yeah, they're bringing it, man. Okay, the officials getting it straight, get the jewelry off, get the bracelets out of the way, all that stuff.
That's right.
Courtside, we see Bam from Birmingham.
Oh, yeah, he makes it everywhere, doesn't he?
Right. We also see my homeboy Byron over there with him from Wenonah. You know, Byron was a part of those state championship victories at Wenonah. He
That's
coached
right.
with Coach Tub Bell. So good to see Byron in the house supporting the Dragons. All right, ball is in play. Cross-court pass. Backside, oh, easy miss by Samaria, but a putback 2-0. This is key. Can Carver break the press? And can they get it across half court, Brett? I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah, you're going to see the press by Wenonah. You know, they're very aggressive. We've seen them earlier in the year. They get it across.
They do. But we got a turnover and a travel. 2-0 is our score in favor of the Lady Dragons. 20-24, man.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see which one of these Birmingham City School teams are going to make their trek toward a state championship. Wenonah moving around the horn, gets it into the middle. And there's no rebound offensively for the Dragons. Carver pulls it away, but they're under the duress of the defense right now. Three-pointer launch, no.
Oh. That was a good-looking shot. I thought she was going to come down with 3.
And she wasn't afraid. Inside to the freshman who bobs and weaves and off the glass. 2 points.
There we go with our freshman. She gets down again. I think that's Jalen Jackson. No, the freshman.
Yeah, she's not
That's
listed.
Blanks.
Blanks. Yeah, that's Gabrielle Blanks.
Blanks, yes.
Carver gets it up. 4-0 is the score. Carver puts up a 3. No.
And it goes out of bounds. You know, I still like the way the Carver's still aggressive, they're shooting. They're not scared to put the ball up at all.
Exactly, and I like that. That speaks a lot right there.
Yeah. Oh!
And they make one.
There we go, number 5.
An Aflac
Rihanna
three-pointer.
Atkins.
Just in time as our esteemed leader, Dr. Mark Sullivan, joins us here at the table. And a 3 is launched by Wenonah. And a rebound by Carver. They back it up. They're moving it around. Brett, I might need to apologize to Carver. They are playing at a level that I didn't expect against this Wenonah press early on.
But you know what, they've been playing all year, so now you're probably going to start to see teams that the ladies and players as a whole at this time of the year, you're going to start seeing those get confident and they're going to start playing a little better.
Well, Dr. Sullivan, welcome to 2024. Absolutely, man, and glad to have you back. Glad to be back. Glad for us all to be back. Wenonah on the run. Samaria Williams in and out. She gets her own rebound and is among the trees. Possession goes to Carver.
How does Samaya get in there and get rebounds? And she is literally 4 feet tall.
Brett,
but
she's scrappy.
tough.
She's a competitor. She and 3 are diminutive in height, but they play hard.
Yes, they do. I love their aggressive play. I love their play.
And it goes out of bounds to the duress of the official ducking the errant ball.
I was listening to you guys over and I heard you talking about the Carver Rams and the possibilities tonight. And I just remembered a few years ago when they only had 7 players and they won the state championship.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
There's a lot of heart here in North Birmingham. So I think these girls are going to give them a play.
Stolen by Samaria Williams. Passed over to number 3, Michaela Williams. 2 points. Samaria Franklin, I should say. I apologize to the family. Franklin to Williams.
There you go.
Out of bounds. The score is 6-3, Brett.
Okay, the ladies are getting the ball up both ends. They're very aggressive. They're moving the ball up. Carver has been breaking the press of Wenonah.
They have.
Fairly easy.
I underestimated the Rams, who launch a 3. And she misses, but rebounded by the Rams. Nice pass under the goal.
Oh,
2
there
points.
you go.
Wow.
Kamaya Jackson, the junior.
I think they heard
The Rams are responding. 6-5 is the score. Samaria Franklin brings it up for the Dragons. Pulls up. Air ball. Carver gets possession.
Wow, she misjudged that one. And that you won't see that often
You
from her.
won't, Brett.
You will not take a picture of that.
Carver almost breaks the press, but Blank steals it.
Oh,
Back
no,
to-
look, and Blank's down in the middle. Oh, my God.
Yes, for two.
Oh,
Nice.
the no-look bounce pass.
Carver fundamentally breaking that press.
Yeah, you see that now.
She saves it. They back it out. Smart play into the corner. Blocked. Rebound by Williams. Ring staff.
You know that number 1 for Carver is really, really, really athletic.
She is.
She's great defense.
Yeah.
Micaiah Knight, the sophomore. Into the game for the Dragons, number 12, Shyla Jones.
The old, I don't know, what was the guy's name? ABC Sports sophomore.
Jumper, ring staff
Oh.
for 3. And an Aflac 3-pointer. James W. Brown, District Sales Coordinator. And timeout, Carver. We've got an 11-5 game. Ringstaff's 3 stretched the lead out a little bit more than it was. It was 8-5, and that 3 bumped it out to 11-5, Brett. But we
Yeah.
got a good game going here.
We've got a good game. Both of them are getting up and down the floor. Nobody's being intimidated by anybody. They're all, and this what makes it, the action is good. I love how Carver is putting the ball up there. They're not shy about shooting threes or getting it down inside. And for them to have the record that they have, I am sold that this time next year, that program's going to be on a different footing.
There's an upside here at Carver, and as was mentioned, Dr. Sullivan talked about from where they have come in recent years. And if they keep going, if the momentum keeps playing, I think they're going to be in a good position.
Yeah, but but that comes from when you start hiring, when you have good people in position, head coaches, the ADs, when you're starting to put, you're implementing a program, and that's what you have to do when you're implementing a program.
2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter. January the 2nd is the date. This is the first of our BCS Under the Lights Courtside edition. Next sport up will be baseball and softball.
Yes, sir.
3-point lunch, and is a miss, rebounded by the Dragons. Franklin.
Like I was saying, I am counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of your 12, 5 are freshmen.
Wow. Nice inside pass to Ringstaff.
And they're on the floor.
2 points. Carver tries to break the press. They get it across half court. Fortunately, retain it. 3-pointer, no. Rebound. Wenonah not very aggressive on that rebound. But they get it anyway. Inside, 2 points.
There you go. There she is, our freshman over there at Wenonah High School. Blanks.
Carver seeking to break the pressure. Blanks on the steal. Pass to Franklin. Back to Blanks. Oh, she
Did you
took
see that?
3 steps.
I was going to say, was that a
Hey, it was still nice.
It looked good.
Nevertheless, that was still nice.
It did look good.
Yes.
15
Looked
to
like a
5
Euro step.
is the score. Hey, that was a Jetson step. Carver has to be careful here. It can get away bad. Blanks is really playing that back end. Oh, launched the 3. We always warn these teams, that's what they want you to do. Quick shot. When you break the press, Blanks bringing it up behind the back. She's feeling it. Over to Franklin. Nice crossover.
Yeah.
In the blank.
Nice pass, too.
Oh.
Yeah, and the foul.
That is a nice penetration by Franklin, the way she did. That is how point guard is supposed to do.
They got a nice two-girl game going right there
Yeah,
between
they
the
do.
two of them.
But I tell you, Brown, Carver is really scrappy, man. They have a lot of upside. I see
Yes.
a lot of potential out there.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
Well, Brett mentioned earlier coaching.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
where you see coaching, for me, is in the defense. See,
Yeah.
defense is not skill-based.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so that's hustle, that's coaching, and you see that out of these Lady Rams.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, they don't have a point guard like Franklin. They don't have a rebounder like Blanks, but they're hustling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to
Look
steal
at
there
this.
by the Dragons. And they're right there ready with defense. Nice dish. A little too hot, goes out of bounds.
You're right. I really like the way that Carver is aggressive. You cannot teach defense. You've got to want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what's good about these girls also? They're not really paying attention to the scoreboard. You know,
No.
nobody's got their head down. They're
That's
still
right.
playing hard.
Got to get out of that hot corner. This
Yeah.
stolen by Franklin. Breakaway 2.
I thought Franklin was going to dunk it.
19-5 in this first quarter. 25 seconds and counting. The Rams diligent trying to get it up the court. They throw in and it goes out of bounds. Dragons.
They're going to get there. They're going to get there.
Ring staff letting it roll. 14 seconds and counting. She backs it out. 8. Penetration down the lane. Contact. 2 points.
That was nice.
Nice move
Nice.
by ring staff. And good disciplined defense by the Rams. To get us to the end of the first quarter, 21-5 is our score. The Rams put up a good fight early in the quarter, and the skill of Wenonah kind of dominated towards the end, midway towards the end of that quarter.
Yeah, you can see the experience,
Yeah.
the difference in level of play, experience out on the floor by the Dragons.
The depth, too. I mean, there's a lot of depth over there on the
Oh, yeah.
side. But there's a lot of fight over here on the Carver side.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love this facility at George Washington Carver
yeah,
High
Brown.
School. You know, we have to give attribution of this to Dr. Johnny Brown, superintendent, and the board that served under his administration. This was the, what was it called? Not our landmark school, our flagship school,
Flagship,
right?
yeah.
Right here off the interstate. You see it coming into the city, and it has made a statement for our school district.
I remember when they put the sign on the side that says Carver High School or Birmingham City School.
Yes.
Because it looked so nice. Everybody kept asking, what school system
Okay.
is that?
That's right.
And so when you come into Birmingham, you see our flagship school right at the beginning. Birmingham City Schools, Carver High School, a Birmingham City School.
That's right, and here we are in this sunken gymnasium. The sunken gymnasium that we have here at Carver. Very nice facility for us to enjoy basketball. Rebound, Carver, 2 points.
There we go. Micaiah Knight.
Yes, put
Now,
back.
she's only a sophomore.
21-7.
And
Is
she's
the
one of the
score.
older ladies for
Franklin with an
Oh!
flat
Nice.
three-pointer.
There we go. Look.
Franklin off the rebound, going coast to coast. Left hand, yes, 2 points. Over the top,
There we go.
and
Ah,
she
she's got
traveled. A little
steps.
foot shuffle.
She's going to be all right.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
all right.
it will.
It's
Couple
all right.
steps.
1 and 2 look like each other to me, Brad. I mean, don't they? Their hair is the
They
same
do.
color. They look
Now,
alike.
you know, there are twins on the Winonah side, and I kept saying, they look alike. They had the different kinds of hair, but they were twins, so you never know.
Collision there between the Wenonah girls. But like Brett said, I love the attitude of these Carver girls, man. They aren't lamenting. They're not
They're still
going
playing
at it.
hard.
They're playing hard.
Yeah.
Rebound by number 31, Jakaria Riggs. As the Rams try to get it up over the top, blanks, showing that athleticism.
Yeah, you know, I really don't like those long passes like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's
That's your last resort to break the press.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think their guards are going to have to understand you've got to at least try to get as close to this half-court line and put some pressure. Let them make a commitment. The defense has to make a commitment to you as opposed to you staying back and letting them play all the way up.
Trap, tied up, and a jump ball possession going to
Carver. No, Wenonah.
26-7, 6:27 remaining in the first half. Franklin to Williams. Back to Franklin. Oh, stolen. A little lackadaisical pass there.
and
There
the
it is.
foul.
Hey, Brett, I hate to compare, but I looked at Coach Moore and I thought about our friend at Huffman, Coach Slater. And how she would have responded.
Oh, my God. That wouldn't have been nice.
I love Coach Slater, man. She's a tough cookie, man. And I love Coach Moore, too. Everybody has their own style and their approach,
That's right.
man.
Yeah.
But I love all of our coaches here in Birmingham. They do a great job.
Oh, there you go. She goes, Micaiah Knight. She sinks one of her two.
Now, Brown, you mentioned Huffman High School, and I saw on our Facebook feed of the game tonight that we got a post from a guy who is from out of the state, says that he loves watching our broadcast and he really loves watching the Huffman girls play.
Wow.
So you guys are really making an impact. I mean, really, man. I actually sent it to the principal and say, you know, this is really, it's powerful that, you know, people from, you know, all over the country are watching the broadcast and really tuning in and really showing their appreciation.
And thanks to you, this is an asset to the school district that can be used to market us worldwide. Indeed, worldwide. There it is. Amen. I see it.
Wow.
Nice defense on this end by the Lady Rams, getting a 5-second call, Brett, showing their scrappiness once again.
There it is. I like right there Kamaya Jackson for Carver. She's a junior. She's been in the middle of all of this right here. I think she's the floor leader right now because she's been going to the hoop on the offensive end and she's been really trying to get some action going for the Rams.
Hey, Brett, you know I got to throw one of those Brown-isms for you.
Oh, Steve, here we go.
Okay.
Steve Brown. We're going to have a graphic on there.
So
Steve
was it an over and under?
This is a lineage thing. When you look out there and you see the young lady number four, that is for Wenonah, that is Deja Tinsley. She is the sister of a young man who was an outstanding ball player for Huffman last year, Brandon Tinsley. Their father was one of my ball players at the good old Bush Middle School back in the day. Yes, indeed. So I consider her one of my grant students, as we like to say in the business. Absolutely, Deja Tinsley. And her brother, I can't remember, I think I saw her dad at the last Wenonah game. They're probably here. I think Brandon is a freshman at Shelton State Junior College playing basketball right now on scholarship, her big brother.
Outstanding.
Tinsley was a nice 5-man last year for the Huffman Vikings as we see the Wenonah defense creating turmoil in that trap going.
I love to hear how the Birmingham City School students, how they move on because of the education and the quality classroom work they get, that they are able to succeed at the next level academically.
Hey, and I'm glad you mentioned that as we see Samaria Franklin 4-2 for the Dragons. You know, we teased this, we talked about it in 23, how, you know, Alabama State's outstanding receiver, Keyshawn Johnson, former Ramsey High School
And Phillips Academy student.
and Phillips Academy football and basketball player, entered the transfer portal Well, to what Brett was just saying, Keyshawn Johnson signed with Vanderbilt University.
Wow.
Wow.
Keyshawn Johnson
So
will
you
be
have
playing
academics.
at Vanderbilt, right? So
You have academics.
exactly, and he didn't just get that at Alabama State. That started in the Birmingham City
Absolutely.
schools.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So kudos to Keyshawn, his mother and father, and all of his teachers and friends who poured into him through his matriculation in the Birmingham City schools. And we wish him well as Tinsley puts up the three, goes out of bounds, Carver ball.
There you go, right off of Shelly Jackson.
There are so many guys, and we got to tell our own story about the success of our scholar athletes.
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderful how, you know.
I watched one last night playing in the on the line for Alabama. Went to Ramsey High School.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Tim Keenan III.
Yeah.
You also had Quintarius Robinson out of Jackson Olin, a former council student, Brett, from Council Elementary, one of the old schools. And a couple of other Birmingham guys were in that game.
And even going to be even more next year. So, you know, there's a lot of attention that's happening in Birmingham. You see our athletics are coming back. Our band programs are coming back.
Yes.
You know, there was a time when you thought about football and Birmingham City schools, it was not synonymous. Now we are something to be reckoned with every year. We have top 10 teams, football, basketball, and, you know, we're really trying to expand our sports footprint. We're bringing in, you know, esports, girls flag football. We talked about Wenonah. So, I mean, the sky's the limit and the opportunities that our kids have today. And our ability to really put that out there, because that's what part of this program is about, is really letting the world know the brilliance. And I love what Brown says, BCS excellence on display.
Absolutely.
And I just want to, you know, just say a shout out to all of our sponsors, but, you know, to get a sponsor from Jax is huge.
Yes.
You know, they are a local company, but they're really got a, you know, regional brand. And, you know, for them to invest in Birmingham City schools, it speaks volumes for their commitment to the community. So I know where I'm going for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
Let's put our money and our support with those who support us.
That's right.
And that's very important.
That's right. It should be a line around the block from everybody who's Birmingham City Schools to Jax, getting a biscuit, some sausage.
That is right. Shot from the corner by Franklin, in and out.
Close to a carry, but not.
3 minutes before halftime, 31-9 is the score. The Dragons are really dominating this game, and they're not even sweating, guys.
You know, Carver's got some pretty good ball handlers,
I'm
man.
looking at Jackson, who's been handling the ball right there.
They got some pretty, they got a really bright future.
They're missing some pieces. They've got 6. They got one young lady on the bench who's in a boot. So obviously she could be contributing.
Yeah.
Carver has a way to go, and I said before you got here, Dr. Sullivan, you know, Inglenook, Hudson, we're the only 2 programs feeding into Carver, so for them to be doing what they're doing, and unfortunately, we have not been able to field the team at Inglenook the past couple of years. So this coach is taking what he's getting in 9th grade.
Yeah.
Now what we are doing to mitigate that for our parents is that we are allowing our middle school athletes to start participating at JV in 7th and 8th grade. So that helps us get around our smaller population and not necessarily having 8 to 10 girls at our schools, but we're making sure that those athletes who have an interest and we see the potential, we're funneling them to Carver and then saying, hey, take them and run with it. Same thing with football.
So any of your students out there?
I don't have any Carver students on the girls squad right now. We do have some boys from Inglenook on the basketball squad as we see a wonderful outlet pass.
Wow,
and a finish by Ringstaff. My goodness, Samaria Franklin showing that quarterback in her from the flag football state championship squad. And Ringstaff with aggressive defense tying it up. And just great sportsmanship. They're playing hard. Nobody's, nobody's looking crazy. It was just a good hard play. Play hard, man. 33-9 is the score. 2:22. And a big shout out to Coach Carson, the AD at Carver. Because I'm going to tell you something that I just remembered. Right before the holidays, the Friday before we got out for the holidays, Coach Carson brought about 25 of his scholar athletes to Inglenook. Cheerleaders, football players, basketball players, and they brought gifts for our kindergarten, first and second grade classes. I know kindergarten and first. I believe they extended it up to second grade as well.
Building character in athletes, man. Just letting them know that, you know, to whom much is given, much is expected. You know, those kids out there who are, you know, we're pouring all this into, they're just trying to make sure that they're poured into the next generation. So it starts early, and like you said, hats off to Coach and AD for that. That's amazing.
And to one of your earlier points, Dr. Sullivan, I saw one of my former students, Brett, and it was funny because, you know, I was in principal mode. You know, I think it was actually right after our
you
program.
Didn't stop running the hallway, did you?
No. But he was like,
What class you belong in?
He was like, hey, Mr. Brown, how you doing? And I'm like, hey, man, and, you know, and I remembered his face.
Yeah.
I remember him as an Inglenook student, but what I failed to remember that he was the defensive lineman for the Carver football team. So I was like, hey, man, how you doing? I was like, you're with athletics now, right? I said, aren't you playing football? He was like, yeah, Mr. Brown, you was talking about me on the broadcast. I'm the defensive lineman. I was like, oh, man, yeah, that's right, bro. I said, I apologize, but and I got to apologize now because I want to say he has 5 brothers. You got Emmett Starks, Emery Starks, and they all got E names. But it was E. Starks that came, and he's a sophomore. His older brother, I believe Emmett, is a senior. Emmett is in the band, got a scholarship, just got accepted to A&M from Carver. So he's going to A&M in football. The younger brother, who I believe, like I said, was Emery. Emery is like a sophomore, was starting defensive lineman. So he's got excellence ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then they've got a younger brother at Inglenook now in the 8th grade. And he's on his way to Carver. And if I'm not mistaken, their mother told me she's got 2 sons that are in the Marine Corps right now that came out of Carver High School. So kudos to the Starks family for doing it in the BCS, and Miss Starks for making sure, and she's always been one of those parents, man, she doesn't play about her kids getting work.
Yeah.
You know, she wants her kids treated fairly like everybody else.
Yeah.
But I give her all the kudos in the world for being a parent that you call her, she's going to show up, and she makes sure her kids get their lesson.
Brett, now you know what was really impressive about that entire story that Steve just gave is that, you know, you're looking at a principal who clearly cares about his students.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he knew everybody in the family. He knew everybody. And this is not the first story he told about the kid from Bush. He knew the grandparents. So, you know, these are, you know, the types of people that we have working at Birmingham City Schools. Steve is an example of that. They don't just clock in and then go home. They're vested in the success of these children.
Yeah.
And the children that we serve. So you can't be vested in the success of children without knowing them. And you clearly, you know, if you know he got 5 brothers, and one going here, one going there, mamas. That's an investment in the community. That's an investment in the students. So kudos to you, Steve. You know, the story was about them, but it was really about, think about that, man. You know, how many, you know, people who have assumptions about, you know, the level or quality of employees we have, and not, you know, that just really speaks to volumes.
Yeah. Well, I invite anybody. I've had several players, or not players, but I've had some professional scouts that have come through Parker that were looking at some guys, and they came through during school. Yeah. And they asked me, and matter of fact, one of the guys I know, Eric Robinson, he's the area supervisor with the Baltimore Orioles, and he came through and he asked me, he goes, oh, I didn't know school was out today. And I said, no, school is in. He said, well, I don't hear anything and the doors are open. And I said, because education is going on right now. And as we walked up the hall and he looked in and they were doing their lecture. They were looking at this. The teacher was doing something in the class and he looked and he just said, wow. And I said to him, joking, I said, what you think this is, Lean on Me? You've been watching too much Lean on Me
Yeah.
about what's going on in the school system
Yeah.
because, and he was blown away. And he was like, wow, this is unbelievable. I said, no, not just here, Parker. It happens all over the place. Pick any school, any day.
That's a great point. And Dr. Sullivan, take that handoff to talk about what our high schools are doing now. Huffman High School, making great gains. Carver High School doing wonderful things. Talk about what we're seeing in our high schools right now.
I'll tell you, I am so proud of the work of all of our schools.
Carver.
I'm so proud of the work of all our schools, but I do want to highlight just Huffman and Carver. They, through a lot of hard work and dedication, they moved up a letter grade on the A through F report card. They moved to a C. Now, we're not satisfied with the C.
That's right.
But it's a long way from a D or an F, and it is a way to get to the B, to get to the A. And both of those schools have a 90% graduation rate.
We'll take a quick pause to acknowledge that it is halftime. 35-11 is the score. Carver with a significant deficit to the very challenging Wenonah Dragons. That is a team that we expect to be a formidable opponent vying for a state championship to represent the BCS. And we're right here at Carver High School, and it's halftime in the first game of our doubleheader. Go right ahead, Dr. Sullivan.
Well, I'm just saying, both of those schools, Carver and Huffman, are really just examples of where we're trying to move all of our schools to. We're not satisfied with the C. We want to move higher, but you have to start someplace.
That's right.
The graduation rate we see at both of those schools, 90%. The college and kids graduating, not just graduating high school, but graduating high school that are college and career ready. And it's about building relationships, like I said with Mr. Brown. You've got to be able to build relationships with kids, particularly at the high school level. Let them know how much you care about them and how you want them to be successful.
Absolutely. You see the Carver cheerleaders coming out on the court.
Fired up.
Yes, fired up with the spirit to get their fans in order. Brett, let's talk about Parker High School. I mean, you guys have had some major scholar athletes to sign some scholarships here recently, and they could only do it because of their academic readiness. Talk about some of the guys who are going on to the next level to represent BCS.
Oh, my God. You have Coach Warren and his staff over there with the football. They have done just a phenomenal job with what they've done over there with that program. He has taken the group that he had this year. They came in when he first got the job, and they have built off of that. So you got guys who have signed at UAB, bunch of them. Then you have a bunch that are going on to. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head right now.
Well, we know we got
Auburn,
Beeman
you've got
going
Beeman
to
Alabama. You've got guys that have been going down to Alabama State. You've got they're going to a bunch of Division I, different name schools, but they are academically straight to go to any school. They can go to any school.
Absolutely.
And they are prepared, because I've had a bunch of those guys in my history class, and we go back and forth. I challenge them. And I've talked to Dr. Sullivan in the hall a couple times but I challenge my guys. I'm like, if we're going to learn history, we're going to learn history. And I want you to tell me about it because it affects you and how you've gotten there and where we are today.
Learn the real history, because it's so hard now in a lot of states to really teach history the way history actually happened. And I think in Birmingham, we're going to be one of those places where kids are going to be able to get true history, because you can't not water down history in a place like Birmingham, because many of our teachers were part of the Children's March. Many of our teachers were part of all of this. And so we just need to make sure that what we're teaching students is what is real and not what is fictional or a watered-down version of what is real.
Absolutely. Our department head, Barry McNeil over there at Parker, he is a part of the Civil Rights Institute. So I'm a good history guy. I let you know that right now. I'm a history guy. But I sit down and I talk with him, and he blows me away. And I sit there and I'm like, I got to write this and I have to look this up, because this is unbelievable stuff that he's teaching in the class. So when we come out of here, when they come out of, and I'll just say this about the Parker History Department, is that when they come out of there, they do know that George Washington was the first president. However, there were layers to George Washington.
It's a complex history.
It's a complex American history. World history,
Yeah.
U.S. history and U.S. government,
Yeah.
and people that who have done things. And I always look up things like the other day before we went for Christmas vacation, the woman who, what, see, I gave away what I was going to say, is but the central air system that we use in America today was invented by a black woman. Her name was Alice A. Parker.
Wow.
Wow.
And she came up with, because you had the fireplace, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't, but she came up with the system to heat and just bring warm air into the home.
And circulated.
And yeah, so
Wow.
that's the kind of
Yeah.
stuff we're teaching.
Yeah, yeah. Kids, I think kids need to know that they are a part of the country, and
Absolutely.
that they come from individuals who were integral to the success of this country, and it makes us make us as adults, it puts a responsibility on us, but it also makes sure the children have a hook or a buy-in that this is not something that's foreign to them, but they are vested in it through their history, through
That's
their
right.
roots. They are vested in the success of it, and that is the only way that we can ensure that our kids are tuned in, and so that they feel a part of something. And I mean, I think it's very important.
Dr. Sullivan, I feel I would be remiss if we didn't take an opportunity while we are having this kind of conversation to talk to our public about accountability, to talk about these grades that we get, you know, and none of us, and let me say, I own as principal of Inglenook, unfortunately, that our grade was an F.
Yeah.
And we've got growth to make.
Yeah.
We've got categories that we need to do better in.
Yeah.
But let's put in context what those grades represent, what measure schools are being graded by, and what's not being measured when you look at these grades that are attributed by our political organizations.
Well, first of all, let me say this. As a school system, we are making some tremendous strides. We're not where we want to be. You know, when the A through F report card first started back in 2016-17, we had 38, I believe, D's or F's. We, as a school system, scored a 66. Most recently, these last 2 years after the pandemic, we've had our highest scores ever and the lowest number of D's and F's that we've ever had. We're not going to be satisfied with that. We want to have 0 D's and F's, and we want to make sure that all of our schools are soaring. But we know that we have to put one foot in front of the other, and that there's a process. You know, things don't happen overnight. They happen over time. And so as long as you put the condition, remember the old Johnny Brown saying, put the conditions in place in order to make sure that people are successful, then you'll see the success, and we've been seeing it. But to answer your question, so depending upon what grade level you are, you're looking at a school that doesn't have a 12th grade, you're looking at growth, you're looking at achievement, and you're looking at absenteeism. And a lot of parents don't know that, you know, absenteeism is 15% of a school's grade, right? And so if you have all of your children who are showing up at school and only being absent from school when they absolutely have to, that's 15 points that you can add to a grade. So that's moving a letter grade right there. And so that's why it's important to ensure that students are in school. And they need to know that 15 days, chronic absenteeism is 10% of the school year. So it's 180 days. So if you miss 18 days, you're chronically absent. And we have a lot of students who have that many days missing. But it also means the number of days, the percentage of days that you are enrolled. So say, for instance, Brown, you are enrolled, and you've only been enrolled 100 days. Well, 10% of that is 10 days. So you could only miss 10 days and you're chronically absent. So, and that is something that we have to work with our parents to ensure that we are on the same page with making sure the kids are only absent when they have to be. And then you got achievement. You know, you made a point earlier around athletics and about some of the players that are here at Carver, because you guys don't have the feeder programs like we want to have them at Hudson. At Hudson and at Inglenook, that you're starting to teach the fundamentals in 9th grade. Well, you know, unfortunately, a lot of our parents come from circumstances where they don't have exposure to high quality pre-K, and we're expanding our pre-K programs. So many of our students are coming to kindergarten, you know, at 5 years old and being exposed to, the written word, being exposed to, you know, the proper pronunciation of words, being exposed to an advanced vocabulary. And there's a lot of research about how many words kids are spoken to at home and how well they do in school. And so if you're competing with, because every school in the state uses the same criteria. So whether and you told me a story a while back, and I'll share this story on air, that you had a student who was on your baseball team, I think, and he told you that, hey, he came from Honduras, I believe, and you said that he and his mom walked from Honduras to America. Now, that kid who walked from Honduras to America, he is going to take the same test as the kid who lives in one of our more suburban areas who probably doesn't even walk to school, and they're put on the same footing. And so I think that's where that growth piece come in, because when you look at what we do in the school system, we have 80, 90, 100% growth in schools that people are saying, based on a report card, they may not be successful. And if kids are in your school and they're learning, because you got to learn first, you got to grow first in order for you to achieve, that says something. And you can have schools who have great achievement but zero growth, and it looks like they're knocking the ball out of the ballpark. Well, I will tell you this: we have some of the hardest working people in this school system. Like, Brown, you're a testimony to that. I mean, you literally sat there and you went through a whole generation of a family.
Yes.
And you're the principal. You're not a family member. You're the principal. That's an indication of something more than what a grade on a report card is.
Dr. Sullivan, that was an excellent response, and here we are.
We're
back
ready.
to the second half. So let's get back to live action here. Samaria Franklin brings it up, and we seek to lift you not only on the sports venue, but to let you know what's going on in our school. And we certainly seek to do the best that we can for these students in our school system. So we have ring staff sizing up the Carver offense. Brett is tipped and it's stolen by the Rams.
There she is. There you go, Jackson. She's driving. She's going straight.
Now that's a Euro step.
Yes,
that was the Euro step. I knew it was coming.
35-13 is the score. The Rams are battling in a 2-3 zone. Blanks is tied up, and she travels. Good sportsmanship by the Lady Rams, helping her to her feet.
Yeah. We have seen blanks develop over the years well.
Yes.
For Wenonah. She has come, I remember she looked a little timid the first couple of days.
That's right.
Now look at her. She has developed, and she has confidence that we've seen this grow over the season.
And Williams, the menace makes the steal. She couldn't convert though.
Scrappy dude.
Yes, she is. We interviewed Williams and Franklin during the boys game the last time we were at Wenonah.
I saw it.
And they did a great job.
Now, I think one of them or both of them were your students?
No, they were. Franklin was actually my nemesis. She went to Togo.
Oh, did you behind the back?
My goodness, as we see her at her best on that dish. What a dime by Samaria Franklin. Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, she stopped my Brown elementary girls from winning the championship. She knocked us out each year. I could not devise a defense to stop her as the Dragons come up. Franklin on cue with the 3. She misses that one. Williams gets the rebound, back to Franklin. She's just really taking her time right now. She's not even sweating, as is not the Dragon squad.
Yeah, I was down for the flag football state championship, and they were so impressive. Right?
And they won in overtime, right? So it wasn't just like a blowout.
No.
They had gotten their way there through blowout, but they had to compete to win.
And they competed on all parts of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. It was really, really, really impressive.
I would imagine, Sullivan, that may end up being a scholarship sport in college.
Oh, it is.
Soon.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, it is already?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, they had a representative there from the Atlanta Falcons, who actually, when they won the state championship, gave them all Atlanta Falcons hats.
Wow.
It was really impressive. I think the NFL is really trying to push flag football as well.
Yeah, NFL is promoting flag football. I know Dothan, the city of Dothan is real huge with Little League flag football.
Okay.
Inside to Tinsley. Tinsley to Franklin. She couldn't convert. Williams with the rebound. And she misses.
She had great form, though.
She does. But we've talked about, you know, these ladies with the Dragons, that they put in that extra work off the court. You know, and you see how it pays off here.
Rebound. Stolen back, though, by the Dragons. Dragons haven't scored much this second half. They're kind of taking it easy. Have they scored, as a matter of fact, this second half? I don't think so. They had 37 at the end of the first half. Ringstaff, no. Carver still playing. Ringstaff gets the bobble. Blanks, no. Rebound Rams.
You know, to your point earlier, Brown, to tell you how well Coach Carver is, you see how they're boxing out? I mean, these rebounds are just...
That's right. Fundamentals, baby. Three-pointer lunch, no.
Look how they're attacking the offensive rebound. They are...
Franklin with the outlet to Tinsley. She puts on the burner. She gets it. 2 points. Deja Tinsley. 39-13.
The Lady Rams at both ends are giving it their all, man. I'm like really impressed with their heart.
Out of bounds.
Now,
Brett,
you know,
talk to them about our sponsors, man. AEA and the others that are supporting us. We talked about Jax, our great and our first corporate sponsor. Go to Jax for what? More. Now, I don't know what your favorite is, Dr. Sullivan, but I like the chicken tenders.
Yeah.
You know, I've lately not been as much a burger guy, you know, as I used to be. I like those tenders, man, with the comeback sauce.
Well, I feel like the breakfast is really good.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Really affordable.
and if you don't get there in time, you got a major line for their
Yes.
breakfast because everybody wants it. Franklin, oh, block. She was casual, got a rebound.
See, Brown, that's what Brett and Brown, I'm concerned about with Wenonah. I know they have the athleticism, they have the speed, but the size. I'm wondering when you start getting into the playoffs and you're looking at some girls who got equal athleticism.
Yeah, they can punish you, man. Blanks for an Aflac three-pointer. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Ooh, that was a foul.
Nice shot by our girl Blanks, Brett.
Yeah, there's Blanks again, man.
She dropped
She's
that
doing
one
it.
in there.
Well, we have a break. If you don't mind, I'd like to say thank you to the Alabama Education Association as a proud sponsor of the Birmingham City Schools. AEA is committed to advancing the cause of public education and believes every child deserves a quality education. AEA sincerely thanks all educators in attendance, cheering for their teams. Enjoy the game and visit myaea.org to learn more.
That was nice, man. And our Scholar Athlete sponsor of the week is Jax. Jax sponsoring these great athletes who get their work on the field and on the courts and off the courts. Blanks puts up another Aflac three-pointer. Go ahead, young lady. Shooting a three-pointer. 45-13 is the score. Man, she got some nice rotation as it's stolen by Ringstaff. Bounce pass to Franklin. Another finish for the Dragons. They score in spurts, don't they, guys?
They do.
They do.
They do.
Long pass off the fingertips of Jakaria Riggs.
Coach is over here really coaching hard.
Yes, he is.
Over on Carver. He's teaching as well.
And he's an
Coach
outstanding
Smith is-
educator here at Carver as well for years. Been
Oh,
doing a
the
great
kid drop.
job. Yes, nice touch.
Nice touch. Come on, let's press.
Nice pass. And
There
she
you go.
finishes. Way to
Every
break
shot.
the
You
press.
can't help but to cheer for Carver.
Jakaria Riggs. a sophomore. No seniors on this Carver team, guys.
Man, I'm telling you, Brown, Brett, in a couple of years, you're going to see these girls really, really competitive.
Oh, it's going to be a whole different ball game.
Yeah, if these girls stay together, they're going to be very, very competitive.
5 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and 3 juniors on this Carver Lady Rams squad.
I know if I were a coach, I'd be really hesitant in a couple of years to face these guys.
Oh, you keep them together, and you're doing the way that they have the attitudes they have. They're going to get bigger, stronger, and better.
Oh yeah.
And as they play together,
they get playing time. They're not sitting on the bench.
They're getting playing time.
And look at the form on that shot. Sweet it was, straight through.
And you say she's a sophomore?
That young lady, Kamaya Jackson, is a junior.
She is only 3 juniors.
So
on a team of 10.
Franklin breaks the trap and pushes it up and drops it in.
You can see those football skills there.
Samaria Franklin.
She lowered the shoulder.
She did. Carver breaks the press, though. I don't know if Coach Moore is going to be satisfied with them breaking that press.
Oh, there you go.
2 points.
There go Jackson, the junior.
Kamaya. Tinsley tries to pass it in.
Block.
No. Franklin. No. Rebound and she traveled.
She was ready to go. She couldn't make up her mind which one she wanted to do.
The freshman, Anaya McHenry, with the rebound and the turnover.
And McHenry's been playing a pretty good game. She's got good hustle.
Yeah.
She's made some plays. She's played great defense.
Blanks goes up strong. Wow. 51-19 is the score. A minute 34 remaining in the final half of this game. The third quarter we're in right now. Blanks sinks the free throw. She makes them both. Blanks is really playing and shooting with confidence, Brett.
She is way different from the first games that we saw. She looked a little timid the first couple games, particularly the game against Parker that we covered.
That's right.
And she looked a little timid, but she was in there, but she didn't look quite as confident as she has over the last couple of games.
Was that the overtime game?
That was the overtime barn burner.
I watched that. I watched that game, and I watched it on the live stream, and it was like, that was real impressive.
Tough defense by the Dragons. Get the steal. Ring staff to Franklin. 2 points.
That night we had 3 barn burners. The freshman game was overtime. The girls was overtime. The boys were overtime.
Wow.
The freshman. No.
Keep playing.
Gotta keep playing. That's right.
Yeah. Go to the next
Back the other way. Franklin thinks about it. Fakes. No. Blanks. Skying for the rebound. Bodies on the floor. Everybody's playing hard. 55-19 is the score. Carver trying to break the press. Five-second call.
I got the post up underneath.
Tinsley to Franklin in the corner. Swish. And our flag three-pointer.
Half flag. Our boy, James W. Brown.
Wenonah. Tinsley, no. Out of bounds. 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. been relatively successful in breaking this press.
Yeah,
They
I'm
have.
really impressed with that.
Yeah.
They have. And they're getting better as this game has gone on about making the adjustment to break the press.
Showing no frustration, just working the ball and getting it up. 58-19 is the score. .3 seconds remaining in the third. Nice clean call game too by the official. Not a lot of fouls. Up and down basketball.
So Gary bring the ball in. Carver takes it. Come on, get it across.
Looking for one shot here. Nice give and go.
Yes, shoot it, come on, baby.
Yeah, 1 second, come on.
Nice movement there. Good opportunity. They just could not convert. So with the third quarter coming to a close, the score is 58-19. The visiting Wenonah Dragons with the lead as we hear the pep band. And guys, I would be remiss as absolutely right. I look up there and see my guy Emmett Starks on the quads, the newly accepted Alabama A&M student.
That's right.
The young lady on the snare, I apologize, I don't remember her name. She's one of my students as well from Inglenook. Go Carver. And I look over at the cheerleaders. We see about 3 of the former Inglenook young ladies over there. A couple seniors. I see a senior, a junior, and a freshman from the mighty Inglenook neighborhood. So we're very happy, and we're joined now, I see behind us, by the esteemed principal of this outstanding institution, Principal Tiki Hines. Principal Hines, how are you doing?
I am fantastic. Welcoming you all back from Christmas break. Welcome to Carver.
Welcome back to you as well. And I know it's a good feeling seeing your students in the house. They'll be filling up the halls on tomorrow for sure. But you see your scholar athletes putting time in right now tonight on the court and in the bleachers.
We're glad to see them back and looking forward to seeing them in the hallways and classrooms tomorrow.
Principal Hines, isn't it a joy? You know, you get that spark. You know, it's always something to look forward to. You know you still got it when you look forward to seeing your kids, isn't it?
That is so true. That's why we do what we do, because it's for the children.
Absolutely. We get tired. We get up to our neck, but it's nothing like seeing them come back and the joy to see our babies come back to us. And I know they're your babies, even though they are bigger than you. They're on the cusp of adulthood. Many of them have in their mind that they're already adults, but they know that you are mama when it all comes down to it, and they rely on you for so much. So I want to thank you for what they don't say thank you for doing what you do on a daily basis. Tell us about some of the victories that you've had this first semester here as the leader of this institution, and what are some of the things you're looking forward to this second semester?
Well, we've had quite a bit going on for the first semester here at Carver High School. We want to start with, before we left, our athletic department, fine arts department, put on a Christmas production, took the proceeds of $1,500 and went and bought Christmas gifts for our kindergartners and our feeder patterns. They went and delivered those, so that was an awesome opportunity. The children and teachers were very excited. So were our students to go shopping and to actually be giving. You know, that makes your heart grow fonder. We also had our engineering department to compete in a state STEM competition, and so we're excited about them moving forward. They won $2,500, and so Mr. Sanders and his team are prepping for that. We did get the news also that Carver did score well enough on the state report card where we're not on the priority list. So that's something else to celebrate. That's something that we've been working hard over the past few years. So we're looking at that longitudinal data and making sure we're moving forward.
Let's pause right there and go one by one, because you said some great things. Let's start with the latter. We were just talking about achievement, improvement, And again, kudos to you and your staff here at Carver for making the necessary gains to move the needle on the achievement piece. We know that all of our schools are doing phenomenal with growth, but to do something with achievement, you know, I won't say achievement is more, but achievement gets more headlines because you're being compared on a national level, even though our kids don't start at the same foundational point. So kudos to you, and talk about what your teachers have done on that academic piece.
On the academic piece, we do have instructors who first do professional development with ACT, making sure we're providing that instruction. We're putting the materials and resources in front of the students so that they're familiar with the strategies on how to take that particular assessment. We are also looking at focus groups where we're working with students as well as the rest of our 11th graders to make sure we're putting people in front of them, tutors, as well as consultants to help them with moving their test scores. What we're finding is that we need for them to start taking the ACT in 9th grade so we can keep them moving and improving their scores. You just can't take it one time. You've got to take it several times to keep moving that needle.
Now let's work right there for a minute, because that's a segue to another great thing that you and other high schools are doing. For our audience, you got to understand in high school, the accountability becomes more realistic because it looks at college and career readiness. So when you talk about kids being able to navigate the ACT, that's saying that you and your staff are doing a great job getting our kids ready to go to college and be able to navigate into the career space, which also ties into what you're doing with career tech. So talk about career tech, how you get kids certified, and what that means for scholarships that your students are now eligible for because of what you've been able to do with the accountability piece.
We are really big here at making sure we build relationships with students so that we know what direction they want to go in post secondary. So we want to look and see, do you want a career? And we're making sure they're getting credentials in Adobe, with customer service, as well as completing pathways in their focus areas. So that's one thing we're looking at. We also take them on a number of field trips where they're able to explore different companies, careers, as well as we're taking them on high school tours and putting them in contact with recruiters from schools as well as with the military. So we're really trying to engage students with their counseling department, making sure we're pushing them and supporting them in the area that is a part of their strength as well as their interests.
Dr. Hines, you make an interesting point. I was orienting a new teacher today. We're hiring a middle school civics and social studies teacher who just came on board this semester. And so as I was going over the state standards with him, one of the last bullets, amazingly, guys, was that the election of President Obama was the culmination, and I'm paraphrasing the last part, of efforts for equality and justice in America.
Right.
And now this is based on 2010 standards, but my point to the teacher was, you got to see how you got to make current affairs relative to our children, because yes, and it also talked about it, President Obama's election being a landmark for using social media in elections, which is very relevant because that was the first election where we got Facebook and other forms of social media involved.
That's right.
So Brett, as a high school teacher, how is it important for you to have a supportive leader like Dr. Hines to allow you to use your creativity and your academic freedom to take the children where they need to meet the accountability standards?
Well, first of all, I'm not a teacher, I'm an educator.
There it is, all right.
That's two different things, okay? That's what I am, come from a long line of educators. Now, secondly, to have somebody like Principal Hines who will support you, let you do what you need to do, you can go talk to him, what she's doing over here is just phenomenal. That encourages you in the classroom to go ahead and do other things. You know, that you feel comfortable that you're not going to get slapped on the hand because it might be a little different. And, you know, if it's out of bounds, she's going to pull you to the side. But, you know, besides that, it encourages and it makes class fun. So now they're learning about history. They're learning about mathematics. They're learning about all types of things. And it gives the educator the ability to go ahead and try new things, because each class is different. Each class has a different personality.
So I'm going to go to Dr. Sullivan now and on a quick question. Now, Dr. Sullivan, you have the unique experience, which is why you're so qualified to be our leader. You've been a teacher, and you've been an administrator.
An educator.
You've been a teacher, an educator, and an administrator, elementary, middle, and high school. What difference does a motivated teacher make who we just established, inspired by a motivating administrator? What difference does that make for the child in the classroom?
It's paramount, Brown, because, one of the things that included, part of my dissertation was written about efficacy. And you have this thing, you can have individual efficacy, meaning that you believe that you can impact children, and you can have collective efficacy.
And we're going to stick a pin right there and give kudos to our Wenonah Lady Dragons for a dominant performance tonight, but also kudos to this Lady Rams team.
I am impressed with them.
Oh, man, I'm more impressed with Carver, honestly, than Wenonah. Wenonah did what was expected. Carver did what was unexpected. They fought hard. They played with great class and sportsmanship. They have not gotten down on each other, and they put together a good game tonight to represent their principal and their community in a fine way.
Yeah, very impressive. Very, very impressive.
So back to what you were saying, Dr. Sullivan, about the impact this will have on the student body when you got all this positivity and academic freedom.
Exactly. So, everybody wants innovation, and everybody wants people to take chances. But I don't think that people understand that when you innovate and when you take chances, there are going to be times when you make mistakes.
Right.
And you need to have a culture that making a mistake is okay. Because if you don't have that culture, you don't have that leader who says, you did it, it didn't work, or you did it, it did work, it shuts everybody down and nobody wants to try anything different because they're afraid they're going to get their head chopped off. And you have to have courage and conviction enough to know that failure is part of the process to success, and everything is not going to work in the classroom.
Wow.
But you got to be confident that you're not going to get your head cut off by your supervisor if it doesn't work. You just say, okay, that's one thing that we can scratch off our list, and we go to the next thing that might work, and the next thing that might work, and the next thing that might work, And there's a lot of research out there that is tied to culture and how you build a culture where people can take chances and really take chances for the benefit and the betterment of children. And so that's what they're doing over here at Carver. Ms. Hines, I remember she was at Barrett, same culture, moving Barrett in a few years from an F to a C. And I know that that trajectory could still be moving on. It's the same thing when she came here, moving from D to a C, and the sky's the limit moving forward. It's a system that she has brought here. It's a culture that she's brought here. And you didn't talk about this, Brown, but I think this is probably the most diverse high school that we have. And you really have to be attuned to the differences that students bring to the table and provide supports for all of those students. Because, she has 40%, 30 or 40% of her students are either Latino or ESL, and that requires a different level of providing supports for students. And you got all of that, and you're still making great growth and great achievement. That's just a testament to her leadership and a testament to the staff here at the school.
Well, this was not scripted, but I've certainly enjoyed having a conversation that I think will go a long way toward helping our parents and our stakeholders understand more about who we are and appreciate the hard work that's put in by people like Dr. Hines here at Carver, by our great educators like Brett, who on the front line in the classroom.
Absolutely.
And an outstanding
and
superintendent. Absolutely. We're going to get into baseball pursuits and some of the things that he's been doing over the last couple of weeks to make things better for youth in baseball here in the city of Birmingham as we see the Carver High School boys team come out onto the court for warm-ups. This is BCS Under the Lights Courtside Edition. I'm Steve Brown with Brett Oates, Dr. Mark Sullivan, and Ms. Tiki Hines, the principal of this outstanding institution. we're probably behind on some station breaks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw it down to the guys in the truck, and we're going to run some things by you. But we'll be right back getting ready for our doubleheader. Don't go anywhere. This has been a true joy on this first broadcast of the 2024 season, and we are here celebrating the best of BCS excellence. This is BCS Under the Lights. We'll be right back.
As far as Birmingham restaurants are concerned, Green Acres is iconic. Charles Grattan opened the first location in 1958 across the street from the 16th Street Baptist Church. Green Acres is now run by his son, Greg Grattan, and includes the downtown location at 1705 4th Avenue North and the Ensley store, which opened in 1994 just down the street from Jackson Hole. Green Acres is famous for its fried chicken wings, and the wings come whole at Green Acres, drum, flat, and tip. In fact, the Steve Harvey Morning Show awarded Green Acres with the Hoodie Award for the country's best fried chicken place in 2007. But there's more than just wings on the menu, including breakfast sandwiches and burgers, fish and pork chops, chicken gizzards and livers, and more.
And we're here at the legendary Green Acres with the owner, Greg Grattan. Greg, how you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Well, tell us, what makes Green Acres so special?
Well, it's the way we prepare the food, and the taste has been around since 1958.
So what do you have for us here to taste?
We have a manager special that's 5 wings, french fries, and fried green tomatoes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm going to take a bite of one of these here.
And the special sauce is all the way.
That's fresh. Well, if you don't know, now you know. Green Acres is the place to be.
Birmingham City Schools shines the lights on its student athletes live during the BCS Under the Lights Football Game of the Week broadcast. Some of the most talented students from Carver High School's TV Production Academy are behind the camera lens and are creating dynamic shots like Antonio Scott.
Talk about the pressure that you were under as a camera operator.
It really is pressure because like you got to work on your camera angles, how to make sure you got the right angle for the right people. Like Mr. Israel, he was telling me how to move the camera from left to right, zoom in, a wide shot, and a tight shot.
This is Mr. David Israel. He's the director of the BCS production truck and controls what shots you see during the live broadcast. Mr. Israel is also Scott's instructor at Carver.
Our program has been moving at a speed that we really couldn't have anticipated. I approached it from an angle of how many of y'all are actually interested in doing football. It's been great. It's been a great turnout.
Rosa Santos is another student who works the sideline cameras. She has a love for photography and videography.
I like the TV production classes because it's helped me to do my skills. I like to take pictures, videos. Me gusta esa clase porque me ayuda con mis habilidades. Me gusta tomar videos, fotos. Me gusta esta clase. Te ayuda a aprender nuevas cosas que uno nunca ha aprendido.
The students who are enrolled in the TV Production Academy have to take several beginners to advanced level classes. Those classes focus on key areas such as producing a television show, writing, production, and post-production. Student Trinity Scott is ahead of the game. She's already creating high-level graphics and has her own business. Now she can add a videographer and storyteller to her resume.
So we're working on a project where we go around doing interviews, interviewing our football players, volleyball players, basketball players, and stuff like that. And so far the project has been amazing.
We want to make sure that we create the best opportunity for our students. Our whole goal is give them the latest advanced equipment, but also utilizing some of the old equipment.
So these scholars will be versatile and career ready after high school. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
We are students at Carver High School and you're watching BCS Under the Lights. Go Rams!
You're watching BCS Under the Lights, Courtside Edition. George Washington Carver High School. You're watching BCS Under the Lights. Let's go Rams!
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 13 minutes and 50 seconds before our second feature of the night, Brett.
Yes. We just saw, Cedric Lane, the head coach at Wenonah, come by, dap us up, ready for tonight.
Yeah,
ready to get started.
State championship flag football coach.
That's
And yes, he is. Girls football coach.
Yeah.
And I like to point out that this was the first year that Birmingham City Schools has won the state flag football.
Right?
And this was the first year that they were involved with it and won a championship. So you're looking at other schools. I know Parker has one. I know Wenonah has one. Carver, a lot of the high school, city schools have Huffman. Thank you very much. Huffman has one. But it is great to see that the young ladies are getting involved because, to be honest with you, when I first heard we were doing that, I was kind of skeptical if the young ladies would get involved. And we were blown away at Parker by the numbers that came out. Who said they were interested. When you look in a classroom, I'm thinking, we'll get maybe 10, and you're looking in there, and there's literally 30, 35 young ladies sitting in there who are legitimately interested in playing flag football.
And they are good.
Yes.
I mean, really, really good. I mean, I saw, in the championship game, one of the touchdowns that Wenonah got, the player, she caught the ball, one-handed touchdown.
Wow.
Caught it with one hand. I mean, just real impressive. Skillful players. And the basketball coach for Wenonah, she was down on the sideline just making sure none of her players got hurt out there.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I was like, no, I think they're going to hurt other people because they real deal.
Players to watch, Brett. Who do we want to keep our eyes on in this second of our doubleheader?
Well, we definitely know that we're going to be watching our guy. You got Pendleton. You've got Floyd. You've got Gregory Billings. And you've got DeMarcus Johnson, the wide receiver. He's, he plays it all. The forward, plays
D1
forward,
prospect.
6'4",
Yes.
D1. He is an enjoyable young man to talk with. His brother, last time we were over at the Wenonah game, you said something to him about how many points did he have, and he looked at you and said, and he has no foul.
Exactly. He's one of two seniors on this Wenonah team, another very young squad. Gregory Billings is the other senior for the Dragons, number 0, and then DeMarcus Johnson, who is just a 6'4", senior forward, who is an outstanding receiver, who is going to be doing great things in one of those sports, very likely football on next year, this year in the fall.
Brown, I like that Birmingham City on the back of their jersey. Just
I
a
do.
nice touch. I wish, all of our teams had something. I mean, that's a really nice touch. A lot of pride in our school system, a lot of pride in the Wenonah, and so it's just really a nice touch.
Right, because when you get there, you represent us all, man.
That's
and
true.
so we're
That's
definitely pulling for you. Wenonah has some nice freshman players, man. Some good guards who get it done, who play smart and play well. Now, on the other side, Brett, one guy to keep your eye on, he's been the man for about 3 years, Levante Woodside, the senior, 6'6", guard forward. Woodside, I'm going to tell you, Brett, he's not a bad baseball player. I don't think he plays anymore. But I knew him from his 6th, 7th grade. I mean, that boy could pitch, man. And had he had a coach like you.
Oh, man.
Brett, I'm talking prospect, man.
Hey, look at him. Look at him. When you're 6'6", and you're a pitcher, they're going to come. They're going to come look at you.
Yeah.
They're going to come give you an opportunity. And that's just another thing that a lot of our kids, they have so much talent that they can do more than just football, basketball, and baseball. I'm glad to see that people now are talking about a golf program.
Right. Bowling,
Yes, bowling
They have a bowling team at Huffman. I think there's one at Rams as well.
Yeah, Parker has
Yeah.
one.
Just getting our kids, providing them with opportunities, diverse opportunities that they can use and build skills on.
Woodside dabbled a little bit in football. He was a receiver slash athlete at quarterback 2 seasons ago. He didn't play football this season, but the kid has a lot of potential, and I just hope somebody sees that in him and ties him up on a scholarship and go ahead and put some good coaching in him, man, because he's got the frame to really take either one of those sports and do some good things with it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, he has a little brother that's 8th grade that played in our baseball league last year. That's another good athlete in the Woodside lineage, so we hope to continue to hear from them as the years go on.
Yeah, and I'm glad, a lot of kids here are playing baseball, and they're getting it at a young age. Baseball's a different animal. It's a game that you have to learn because there's so many skills that you have to learn at a young age. It's really, really difficult. Unlike football and basketball, you can pick these games up. But baseball is a game you have to stay with. You have to start at a younger age because there's so much to learn about the game, situations, what position, footwork. It's just a different game.
Now,
However,
Brett, on that note, we're partnering in a number of things. Tell us about some of the work you did over the holidays. You sent me a nice picture from in front of the Washington Nationals office. Talk to us about some of the stuff that's going on that we're trying to get ready for these kids, man, this spring and summer.
Yes, we were at the Washington Nationals again. Eric Robinson, he was with the Nationals for years, but now he's with the Orioles. So that what they would say, he went across the street. But he has contacts, and we were up there this Christmas holiday about get them involved here because we were at their youth academy in Washington, D.C. They're doing a phenomenal job in D.C. about inner city baseball and the development from all the way from their elementary through their high school, and the outside the travel ball that they have. It's unusual that they're connected with the city school system. So you have guys they play high school, but in the summer they're playing travel ball, and they're playing intense travel ball. So DC inner city baseball is no joke.
Wow.
Yeah. So they have artificial fields. The athletic director, Neil Downing, who is at one of the junior highs over there, his field is unbelievable. But he's got ball players, and they're a feeder school. His junior high is a complete and total feeder school to the other schools. Wow. If you want to play baseball, they're coming to his, and he's organized this. And Neil's a really good guy because he played with the Buffalo Bills, wide receiver, went to Howard. But he is a baseball guy. And they all understand everybody's not going to be 6'6". They all understand everybody's not going to be 250 pounds. Baseball is an equalizer, and it has nothing to do with size.
Well, Brett, I think that's one of the great areas of opportunity for us in the district to grow that area of competition, baseball and softball, because, again, we're about getting kids the opportunity to matriculate in college for free.
Yeah, and you do a great job. And if I can say this, Steve, you do a phenomenal job of what you do with the younger guys through the summers with baseball as well. You've been developing, and people are looking at what you're doing, and they're trying to reach out, and they're reaching out, not trying, but reaching out to you from what you've been doing over the years and the way you continuously push baseball. And you have a big baseball player in your house as well.
Absolutely. And he's been playing since he was knee-high to a junior.
Yeah, started him at 3, man, to what Brett speaks to earlier. So here we are out here at Carver High School, and we've got some of our best athletes with the round ball, the big round ball, the orange one, the hoop, we call it. And so Carver and the Dragons getting ready. We're going to come look at our rosters right now as we show you some of the outstanding athletes representing BCS excellence. Let's look at our rosters.
Jaden Jones, guard, senior. Tamarcus Street, guard, senior.
Peter Howard, Como guard, junior. Jalen Thomas, forward, senior. Marcus Woods, guard, senior.
Devontae Woodside, forward, senior.
Lamar Thorne, guard, junior.
DJ Wade II, guard, sophomore.
Jacoby Myers, guard, senior. Brad Stowe, forward, sophomore.
I'm Brandon Davis, head coach at Carver High School.
All right, that was the Carver lineup, the home standing, as we like to say, Carver Rams. We haven't seen them yet, but we have seen this scrappy Wenonah team twice, and they are a scrappy team. They are a young team. They're led by some guards who know how to handle the ball. They control the pace very well, and they are unafraid. They got a senior in Mr. Johnson who leads them in rebounding, leads them in scoring, and he's an emotional leader on the field, on the court. Brett, Carver has something to get ready for here now. They're
yes,
the home
they do.
team, but they better come with it.
Yes, they do.
Dr. Sullivan mentioned the Birmingham City that dons the back of the gold uniforms of the Wenonah Dragons. They look really good with those bright colors. Carver in the white trimmed in blue. See a battle of the big men. Johnson against Woodside.
This is going to be an exciting game tonight. I want to see the play from the guards tonight. I think it's going to be very important, handling the ball, not giving the ball up. Both teams are going to play good press. They're going to press. It's going to be very aggressive. So it's going to definitely play in the hands of the guard play on breaking the press, not turning the ball over. So they're going to have to really control the ball. But I want to see top-notch ball handling and floor generalship from the guards on both teams tonight.
Now, with that as the definition, I'm going to give an edge to Carver because they have a little more experience in the backcourt.
Yeah.
They're a smaller backcourt. They're a little quicker backcourt from what we know from these guys from last year. But they definitely have the experience. So let's see if the youth of Wenonah, which, I mean, let's go back. These guys are playing like juniors and seniors.
Yes, they are.
They have not faded in any game that we've seen.
Now, the last game that we saw with Wenonah, we've seen them in 2 barn burners. So we know that they can play under pressure. We know that it does not shake them to play in those situations. Now, if they can bring it here to Carver and apply that same pressure to the Rams, what are the Rams going to do is what's going to be my question.
Absolutely. 1 minute and 5 seconds before our tip-off here. Just about getting ready for the stadium announcer, very likely to introduce the lineups in the building. Students don't come back to school until tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and I know they're ready to get back. I know parents are ready for them to get back.
Yeah. We're definitely ready for them to get back. As the Rams come off now, getting ready to get their final instructions.
I'm ready for the pep band. They're taking a break right now. I thought they would take advantage of this.
Absolutely. We appreciate our sponsors, the Alabama Education Association, who are proud to support the Birmingham City Schools. AEA is committed to advancing the cause of public education and believes every child deserves a quality education. AEA sincerely thanks all educators in attendance cheering for their teams. Enjoy the game. Whoa.
Whoa,
and visit myaea.org. Yeah, I need a little cushion on his armrest, man. It's a little slick over here. Our Scholar Athletes, sponsored by Jax. Jax for more. As we get a look at Carver, they've got on some interesting uniforms there. What's that say, Brett? NRMP. We're going to have to find out what that represents. The NRWF. Am I having a sight test, a vision test? All right, Carver gets the tip, and they're bringing it up.
Just got NOF. It stands for NOF.
Oh, the NOF.
NOF, Birmingham, okay.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Woodside for the NOF, and he misses. Three-point launch, missed, rebound by Woodside, muscling his way up, and he's fouled.
This is what we're going to see all night, I think. You're going to see high energy, definitely down in that paint. You got big guys on both teams that are able to play. And again, I think it's still going to come down to the play of the guards. You're going to have to be able to be a floor general tonight. Seeing the open guy, getting it there, a bounce pass as opposed to a two-hand chest pass.
And Woodside misses his first free throw. And he misses them both. Wenonah with the rebound.
Johnson gets the rebound, brings it up. Stalwart. Whoa, nice touch.
2 points.
Nice teardrop right there in the paint, right at the top of the charity stripe.
Sha'Carri Stalwart. Carver moving the ball around, trying to penetrate. Offensive foul.
Oh, way to step over there. Billings stepped over, got Howard, Dimitri Howard, to commit that charge.
Yes, he did. Carver sets up in the full court pressure of the man-to-man variety, trapping when they can. Wenonah breaks it, gets it across, and they step out. They force the turnover with the pressure.
But that's how they're getting the ball. Now, that's how I want to see it. Get it up and down the floor. We want to see if they're going to be able to keep this pace. Do you think somebody's going to have to slow it up, or they're going to keep this up tonight? Because both can probably play at this pace. We know Wenonah can play at this pace.
Wenonah is not in pressure at the time. They're going to tee it up at half court. Up top to Woodside. He goes all the way, steps and gets it blocked by Johnson. Goes back up, blocked again by Johnson. Rebounded and put in.
Thompson.
Jalen Thomas. Jump. No, 2 points. That was Chris Robinson.
Nice job, the 6'5" sophomore.
4-2 is the score. 5 minutes and 49 seconds in the first quarter. Three-pointer lunch. Bam! And Affleck, three-pointer.
Jaden Jones, the senior guard, listed as 6'5".
Almost stolen by Jones. Stolen, and he steps out. Good hustle.
Nice play. Nice long arms on there by Jones.
The senior guard, yes. Pass deflected by Woodside and stolen. He's going coast to coast. He's tripped.
He loses it.
Oh, traveling.
Wow.
Helter-skelter up and down the court.
I like the way Woodside was taking it to the rim. Got a little out of control, fell over those feet of his.
He did.
But I like his game. I like that.
Woodside, 2 rebounds and a steal so far. Johnson, teardrop, no. Rebound. Rams.
Thomas, Jalen Thomas with that rebound for the Rams.
Marcus 3 gets it over to Dimitri Howard. Howard, the veteran, into the corner to Woodside. Carver with decent height at the 3, 4, and the 5. Guard small but experienced. No on the jumper. Wenonah with the rebound. Behind the back.
Oh!
Blocked again.
Blocked again.
My goodness, we couldn't respond quick enough.
There
Johnson
you go, Jaden
going
Thomas
to
with
the rim, and Woodside rejected the dunk.
He rejects the dunk by Johnson. They get the rebound. Then you got Jay, he goes up again. Then you got Jaden Jones who comes up, so
quick replay before we get back to live action. Yes, block.
Back up.
Carver gets it in. And good defense here by the Dragons. Recovered by the Dragons. What a sequence we had there. Nice look on the baseline. Oh, he missed it.
Oh, he's got it.
Shot adjusted by good defense on Woodside.
I thought Chris Robinson had that one. That senior, he's a senior, sophomore rather, 6'5". I thought he had that nice touch. It was going to fall in. Couldn't finish.
Drive. Howard dishes it. No. Johnson putting up good defense. Great defense on the court tonight. Oh my goodness, penetration.
Oh!
No, but Woodside altered that shot.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He had to go high off the glass. Way too high.
Brett, we got some back and forth action here tonight. Oh, almost stole it. Carver doing a good job moving the ball, pick and roll, back to Woodside. Draws the foul.
Draws the foul. Love the way the guard was getting him to feed on the inside. Goes in and gets him with the body. Drawing 2 shots. As you can see on the front of their uniforms for Carver, the North.
Yes, N-A-W-F. We get it now. The North.
The North.
They're on the north side of Birmingham, for those of you that don't know much about the geography of the Magic City. Carver Rams to the line, Woodside. And he converts. So our score is 7-4. Wenonah brings it up with the 3-point deficit block. Into the corner. Contained. Jumper. No. Rebound. Johnson, and he's going with it. Pass it back to Johnson. Off the backboard, yes.
Johnson is such a good athlete. Do you see how he has that body control? He handles the ball well for a guy his size where he's playing. He looks like a big guard.
He really does. Carver trying to get something going with that pick and roll again. Oh, high dribble, but he kept his hand on top. Woodside for 3, no. Rebound, Johnson, and he's off and running. He's off and running. And he was somewhat out of control, bad pass to DeMontier. No, that was Brendan Davis, the freshman, 6'2" point guard, wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, he was looking around to try to say he didn't know what happened. I'm like, you just threw it up. You lost control of it. That's what happened.
Substitutions for the Dragons as Carver looks to inbound it. He thinks about it. He shoots the 3. No. Rebound. Tyreek Cade, the sophomore guard. Open it down the middle. Kick it back out. Jump shot. No. Air ball. Rebound. Number 2, Howard for the Carver Rams. Howard back to Woodside. Woodside goes in, goes up. No. On an attempt to reverse, Johnson brings it down. Cade finishes, but he misses. No. Blocked by Carver. Oh my goodness. Woodside, who was laying on the floor, got up and got the cheap one. Miss. Woodside with a rebound. That's 3 rebounds for Woodside. Howard pushing it. 9-6 is the score. Carver with the lead. Woodside to the corner. Jumper. No. We got a foul. Looks like it's on Woodside. Loose ball foul.
Got a hold on him.
9-6 is the score. 39.1 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Wow, these guys are getting up and down the floor. This is what I'm talking about. They're playing above the rim. We're seeing the ball come up the floor. We haven't seen any real turnovers. Everything has been knocking the ball out of there by the rim, and everybody is crashing the boards on both ends.
And defense has been the hallmark of tonight's game.
Oh, yeah.
Cade brings it up. Works his way into the middle, but gets it deflected and stolen. Now the Rams are off and running. Oh, and he lost it at the rim. Actually deflected, so Carver will retain possession.
Yeah,
9-6.
Pendleton got down there and stuck his hand in there and broke it up.
Carver with the inbound underneath their basket. Deflected by Cade. Carver keeps it.
For Carver to be an 8-9 team, they play at a really high level with all these young guys.
They get it in, 19 seconds, but it's stolen. Cross-court pass attempt, and one.
There you go. Number 22-3.
The freshman, Santez Pendleton.
The 6'2" guy. He's a 6'2" freshman. My goodness. He's got some size on him. He's not a skinny kid.
Able to finish at the rim.
Yeah, yeah.
And he misses his shot. Pendleton with a twisted stance there.
Yeah, that's a little different. Oh, drives in there, draws the foul.
9-8 is our score.
Dimitri Howard, he brought it straight down, Steve. He was going to be denied on that one.
Howard goes to the line. Johnson getting ready to come back in for the Dragons. (10-8) is our score. (10-9). 5 seconds. Wenonah gets it up. Cade driving. Attempt. Actually, that was Eric Williams.
All right, they're contesting every bucket.
And there's a foul. To the line for the Dragons would be Maceo Collins, the sophomore.
He's going to get
2
2
shots.
Yeah.
He makes the first. He makes them both. So we got a score of 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. Carver with a 1-point lead here at Carver High School.
Steve, what do you think so far, man? Were you surprised at the level of energy getting up and down the floor?
I'm not, because both teams are high-level teams. We know Coach Lane boys are going to play tough defense, and they're going to get it up and down. Same is true for Coach Davis. They're going to be teams that are going to move the ball. They're going to seek to play at a fast pace, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yeah, Carver, their record is 10-9. You can see, I like all these guys. I think you're going to see these guys running when it gets into regional play. It's going to be some exciting play going on.
Absolutely. Wenonah prepares to inbound it to get our second quarter underway. Inside, 2 points to the freshman, Maceo Collins. Offensive foul.
That's going to be number 0 there for Jaden Jones, that senior guard, that 6'5" guard.
Wenonah gets it up, got a man on the goal, he can't control it.
Right off the fingertips of Collins. Turns it back over to Carver.
We got a foul there on the floor.
Foul on Collins. Steve, I like how both teams are really shooting that ball up the floor. I think the pace, I don't know who is going to, benefit down the line. Both of them look like they're in great shape.
Carver.
Shots, there you go.
17 to 12, 6:45 before halftime.
Cade has been going to the hoop, drawing those fouls.
He misses the first. Substitutions in for the Rams. Makes the second.
To Marcus Threed handling the ball, bringing it up. He does a good job of protecting the ball.
That experience we talked about at the point guard position for the Rams. Jump shot, teardrop,
nice touch.
From the elbow, 2 points. Cade and the Dragons moving it around. Nice penetration, 2 points.
There you go, Williams. Nice teardrop.
Baseline drive, blocked by Johnson, and he's off and running. Splitting the defense and drawing the foul. He just gets that rebound and he takes off.
Oh,
Brett.
he's going. Johnson is grabbing. He has good ball skills. So when he gets his hands on it, he's not one of the big guys. He's got to give it up because he's going to kick it off his feet.
That's right. Wenonah moving it. The Carver defense extended. Short jumper, no. Rebound, Johnson, the athlete.
You see that tip, how Johnson jumped in there?
He did. Cade back to Johnson, teardrop, 2 points. Sweet.
Nice way to pass, guys, move it around.
19 to 17. We've got a competitive game here. 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the first half.
Looks like Threed is trying to Marcus. Threed is just trying to do a little too much right there. Just slow down, have your game, get your guys involved. You're doing a great job. over there at the point guard. Just continue to do what you do.
Got a text here, Brett, from AD Coach Carson, let me know that Woodside is still playing baseball. In fact, he says that he's one of their best. So appreciate Coach Carson checking us out and shooting a message so we can give Woodside his due.
There you go. Try to throw it down there for just a second. Two shots.
He makes the first.
Jones at senior guard, 6'5".
And Wenonah pushes it up. Nice hesitation on the Johnson. Good defense by Woodside. He missed it.
Wow, good grab there.
Nice.
To Marcus, three. Do you see him do that on the inside? Johnson's down there and shoot.
Jumper, no. Carver ball, 23-17. Carver with a 6-point lead. 3:59 remaining in this first half. Woodside on the wing, into the corner of Stover, back to Woodside. Kick out to Woodside, three-pointer in rhythm.
Bam!
Yes.
Oh.
Three-pointer, Levante.
Rain that.
Woodside.
Wow, was that an Affleck three-pointer?
It was an Affleck three-pointer. Right on cue. 26-17 as the Rams expand their lead. Little contact, he's going, he gives it up, nice.
Oh, nice
finish.
dish inside, and Johnson there to do the reverse off the glass.
Nice. Oh my goodness. Circus shot, rebounded by the Dragons, deflected out, Carver will get it back.
You think Threet was down inside trying to draw a call?
Looks like he was trying to draw something. Three-pointer. Jay Jones. An Affleck three-pointer. 29-19 is our score.
When Jones put that one up, he knew that was good, but the minute it left his hands, he looked confident.
He really did, the 6'5" guard. See it on the replay here. Jones swish. 29-19. 2 minutes and 57 seconds before halftime, Brett. Carver has extended themselves and put themselves in a good position here.
Yeah, they have. Carver is still in a good position to get up and down the floor, but I also like how Wenonah is playing. They're getting it down inside the paint. They've drawn a couple of fouls on the offensive end against Carver, but Carver has come right back, and they're hitting from 3 points, and they're pulling, to open up their lead.
Wenonah brings it up and gets a quick bucket there.
From the freshman there, Brandon Davis.
29-21 is the score.
Nice hustle, way to break it up over there by Cade.
Substitutions in for both teams. Carver moving it around. Penetration. They can't quite get the handle on it. Jump shot, no. Stover on the miss. Courtside with a steal. But they give it right back to Wenonah. Carver now gets it back. A little helter-skelter ball here. 1:39 before halftime. Carver sells it down. Three-pointer, no. Johnson with another rebound. Up the court. Back to Reed. No, that was Cade. Cade misses the jumper. Up and down, Brett.
Yeah, they're getting back up and down this floor now.
Timeout, Carver. 54.7 seconds remaining before halftime. 29-21 is the score.
I love seeing how these guys are getting up and down the floor. They're very controlled, even though there's a lot of energy going up and down the floor. What do you think, Steve?
You're right. A lot of energy going up and down. And Carver is making the most of that energy. They're converting on good shots. They're playing solid defense. Wenonah has not been able to get a good shot off, and that is really affecting their ability to get points up on the board right now. They're down by 8.
Do you think that the guard play on both ends are definitely contributing to some of the turnovers, some of the, because at some point they're looking good, but then they get helter-skelter at some point.
Now Taylor just came in the game for the Dragons. He's a good young freshman point guard that can move the ball very well and is able to penetrate. Let's see if he makes a difference, even though it's 53 seconds. We'll see how he impacts the game. Jumper. One of the things that Wenonah's going to have to do is
Nice three. Did you see that?
Now that's a danger of putting it on the floor in the case of Johnson. Johnson gets it on the goal and puts it in. He is their leading scorer. Carver trying to set up for a final shot. Stover drives.
Oh, it's a block and one.
Great Stover.
Wow. The sophomore guard, 6'1".
Out of Inglenook.
There you go.
Stover to the rim.
I like how he took that step and went around the defender and caused that defender to have to throw that hip out to get the block.
He misses the free throw, but Carver gets the rebound, and they put it back, and another and one. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
With a 10th of a second on the clock. Can't blame the strikes for making that call. It was a clear foul.
Yes, clearly Jaden Jones goes up in there, grabs it, puts it, spins it off them fingertips off the glass as they hammer him, and it goes in and sends him back to the charity stripe.
What a statement to be made right before halftime. Swish on the free throw, and that's gonna do it. 36-23 is your score at halftime. here at George Washington Carver High School. Brett, what a first half of exciting action.
Oh, very good, exciting.
The defense kept the scoring down, but yet here in the second, towards the end of the second quarter, that scoring pumped back up.
I like the guard play. I was saying, you know, want to make sure. We haven't seen a lot of just balls being thrown all over the place. They look so much more under control with their handling skills tonight. So, and that's on both sides. On both sides. They're getting up and down the court fairly quickly. But I'm liking the inside moves with the big guys. Nobody, you know, stopping, doing the teardrop. So they're doing a good job getting up and down the floor.
You see the Carver High School cheerleaders on the court. We'll let you get a view of that. And then in our bonus camera, you see the pep band queuing up to make some noise. So we're going to let you enjoy that. Take a few station IDs, and we'll be right back. This is BCS Under the Lights, Courtside edition.
As far as Birmingham restaurants are concerned, Green Acres is iconic. Charles Grattan opened the first location in 1958 across the street from the 16th Street Baptist Church. Green Acres is now run by his son, Greg Grattan, and includes the downtown location at 1705 4th Avenue North and the Ensley store, which opened in 1994 just down the street from Jackson Hole. Green Acres is famous for its fried chicken wings, and the wings come whole at Green Acres, drum, flat, and tip. In fact, the Steve Harvey Morning Show awarded Green Acres with the Hoodie Award for the country's best fried chicken place in 2007. But there's more than just wings on the menu, including breakfast sandwiches and burgers, fish and pork chops, chicken gizzards and livers, and more.
And we're here at the legendary Green Acres with the owner, Greg Grattan. Greg, how you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Well, tell us, what makes Green Acres so special?
Well, it's the way we prepare the food, and the taste has been around since 1958.
So what do you have for us here to taste?
We have a manager special. That's 5 wings, french fries, and fried green tomatoes.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to take a bite of one of these here.
And the special sauce is all the way.
That's fresh. Well, if you don't know, now you know. Green Acres is the place to be.
Birmingham City Schools shines the lights on its student athletes live during the BCS Under the Lights Football Game of the Week broadcast. Some of the most talented students from Carver High School's TV Production Academy are behind the camera lens and are creating dynamic shots like Antonio Scott.
Talk about the pressure that you were under as a camera operator.
It really is pressure because like you got to work on your camera angles, how to make sure you got the right angle for the right people. Like Mr. Israel, he was telling me how to move the camera from left to right, zoom in, a wide shot, and a tight shot.
This is Mr. David Israel. He's the director of the BCS production truck and controls what shots you see during the live broadcast. Mr. Israel is also Scott's instructor at Carver.
Our program has been moving at a speed that we really couldn't have anticipated. I approached it from an angle of how many of y'all are actually interested in doing football. It's been great. It's been a great turnout.
Rosa Santos is another student who works the sideline cameras. She has a love for photography and videography.
I like the TV production classes because it's helped me to do my skills. I like to take pictures, videos. Me gusta esa clase porque me ayuda con mis habilidades. Me gusta tomar videos, fotos. Me gusta esta clase. Te ayuda a aprender nuevas cosas que uno nunca ha aprendido.
The students who are enrolled in the TV Production Academy have to take several beginners to advanced level classes. Those classes focus on key areas such as producing a television show, writing, production, and post-production. Student Trinity Scott is ahead of the game. She's already creating high-level graphics and has her own business. Now she can add a videographer and storyteller to her resume.
So we're working on a project where we go around asking doing interviews, interviewing our football players, volleyball players, basketball players, and stuff like that. And so far the project has been amazing.
We want to make sure that we create the best opportunity for our students. Our whole goal is give them the latest advanced equipment, but also utilizing some of the old equipment.
So these scholars will be versatile and career ready after high school. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Mayor Randall Woodfin, and you are watching BCS Under the Lights, a production of Birmingham City Schools. Keep it locked.
Hello, I'm Tiki Hines, principal at George Washington Carver High School. You're watching BCS Under the Lights. Let's go Rams!
All right, here we are back here at George Washington Carver High School, 3 minutes and 52 seconds before we get this second half underway, Brett. What an exciting back and forth we had. We've seen teams ripping and running up and down the court.
Yeah.
You know, ripping and running.
Yes, yes. We were looking at, you know, we were saying how the halves have gone awfully quick because they're playing. There's not a lot of whistles. There's not a lot of fouls slowing things down. I'm pleasantly surprised on the play and the way the ball is moving up and down the floor. It's been very clean in the paint as well as from outside, the way they're moving the ball around.
Absolutely. As we see both teams going through their warm-ups. That layup line is so important, Brett. You know, the fundamentals in any sport.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the warm-ups, the stretching, the little things that you got to work on every day to stay on top of your game.
Yeah.
Really make a difference.
Yeah, these guys they're ready to play. They're, you know, I'm just happy to see, you know, Woods is out there. He's looking good, getting up and down the floor. For Carver, we're also watching, you know, Jalen Jones. He's getting up and down the floor, doing a good job. But the rest of those guys are doing a good job. And over there with Woodlawn, Jones has been extremely impressive with his play on how he's moving. For such a big guy, they've got him listed as a forward, but he's looking and moving like a guard,
right?
You know, over at 6'6".
And that's Wenonah, you mean? But
Wenonah,
so
right.
what does Wenonah have to do, Brett, to get back into this game? They're down by 13.
Wenonah's got to come down. I think it comes down to the guard play again. Wenonah's guards are going to have to slow down, get it down into the paint, and they're going to have to start hitting from outside. They've got to start taking more quality outside shots that they can get. You know, everything doesn't have to be a three, but if you get in those teardrop shots, you know, to start whittling it down, so it's going to draw the defense out to you, and it's going to open it up for the big guys down in the paint.
By my count, Johnson for the Dragons has right now about 10 of their points. I think he needs more. They need to go to him a little more.
Johnson has been, I've just been impressed with how he controls his body when he has had it down there by the rim. He's laying it up and people have come at him, and now he's turned his body to be able to kiss it off the back of the glass. He's just a phenomenal athlete. He's a smart guy too.
One of the things that we alluded to in the first half, and I think it's playing out here, we don't see the Wenonah's guards showing the experience. See, Johnson needs an experienced guard calling for that ball when he gets a rebound so he can go down and get in position to score rather than trying to dribble it coast to coast.
There you go.
Now, he's drawn some fouls, and it's worked out for him, but it hasn't led to the offense getting into any kind of continuity.
Right. I like the way Tamarcus Threet has been controlling it for Carver, as you're saying, right there. You can just watch the difference on how he's drawing and how he's moving the ball from side to side, faking. He's been driving, making the defense collapse on him so that they can go ahead and start making a play on the inside with the big guys. But that is the guard play, him being a general out there. And Tamarcus Threed is just doing a good job of doing that.
Yeah. Well, here we go, Brett, getting ready for our second half. 36-23. Can't count these Dragons and Coach laying out
Oh,
now.
no, not at all.
Don't do it.
Not at all. Oh, this game's not over by a long shot.
Don't do it, baby. So the Rams were inbound here. You know, Brett, I was looking at this inbound. I was watching a G League game the other night, and they're doing an experimental rule where you may remember this when we were little guys, where you could advance the ball across half court, like in the final minute if you were down.
Okay.
So they're bringing that back now in the G League. So the team was down by maybe 3, 5, and 5 seconds to go. They advanced the ball to half court and didn't have to bring it up all the way. As Carver continues the hot shooting with another Aflac three-pointer.
Jaden Jones, the senior guard, 6'5", steps from behind the key.
That boy is hot. James Brown will have to give him a job. He keeps hitting these three-pointers. Put that boy in the marketing department. The Dragons on the teardrop. 2 points. Chris Robinson.
There you go, 6'5", sophomore.
All right, 39-25. But the Dragons can't afford to go score for score. They got to have stops.
Absolutely.
Nice
there it is,
pass.
right pass.
And they drew an offensive foul. Way to give up the body.
Wow.
Eric Williams, the freshman guard.
He was there all the way.
Yeah, he took it from a big man, too. Carver's in their zone defense, man-to-man zone. They're being exhorted to get up and play harder because they really were lackadaisical. Wenonah gets it over that full court pressure. Wenonah's moving it around, and he misses the shot. Johnson.
Wow, I like the way Wenonah moves that ball sharply around. Everybody's getting a touch.
Right.
And gets it to the open man for that jump shot. Then put it down.
Out to Pendleton. They're moving it around, back out to Pendleton, who drives inside to Johnson for 2.
That's what we're talking about, down inside. That's moving the ball around, making the defense have to react to the ball, which is going to leave a guy open.
Both teams showing that they are well coached. Nice drive. Then the rebound snatched away, and we'll stay with Wenonah.
Oh, okay. That was a nice move by Dimitri Howe with the guard as he was trying to get inside.
Wenonah gets it across. Oh, and he threw it away. Howard. 2 points.
Oh, he gets it to
1
fall.
on 3, Brett. That was Tamarcus 3, was it?
No, that was Howard. Yeah.
1 on 3. Pendleton, no. Pendleton tries to do it again and makes it this time.
And does it.
41-29. Carver settles it down. The North.
The North.
Sells it down.
Yes, I like that, the North.
Oh, nice move down the baseline.
Did you see that reverse spin out of there as Dimitri Howard came and got right down in there?
Again, the junior. That's football in him, too.
Isn't that one of your guys?
No, he's not one of my guys. I can't take credit for him. Deflected out of bounds. Ball stays with Carver. Stover into the game, replacing Thomas, the senior. Pendleton for 3.
Whoa.
And Aflac, 3-pointer by the freshman. Brett, I was going to say he needs to straighten out his shoot stance, but he hit the third
Hey,
one.
that's his thing. He shot his foul shots that way.
He has. Oh, stolen, tapped away. He's going to have to go up over the trees. Gives it back to Johnson. No. That's where you need a veteran guard to pull that thing out. Block. Two times right here, Brett. That's where you need the veterans guard to back you up and get in a good situation. This is 11-point lead, could be down to 7 right now with some better execution by the guards to Wenonah. But they're young. Woodside. He's taking over this quarter. Misses the shot.
He is. He's stepping in. Dimitri Howard says that he's going to take over this game. He's going to do it himself. But he's got plenty of help.
Yes, he does. That's the Dragons look to get it in and get it up. 3:57. 9-point game. Pendleton goes strong. No. Carver with the rebound. 11-point lead. Howard commanding his team. Carver moving the ball very well. Howard launches the 3. No. Rebound.
That's how the guys are crashing the balls. Even if you're shooting it, you can see it, that Carver's crashing those boards.
Stover banging it in there and created that turnover on behalf of Wenonah, and Carver retains possession. Inside, he loses it on the hard dribble. Teardrop for Wenonah, no. Foul.
Wow, Jones on the inside. They clap him up a little bit around those wrists.
Carver's letting the Dragons hang around here. They've had their chance to extend this lead and haven't done it. That's a dangerous thing, Brett.
Yes.
Johnson to the line with 2 shots.
I was thinking the same thing.
He misses the first.
Carver's making those changes now. We're at almost that 3-minute mark. Are you going to start sitting some guys down and start making a run for this
We had a
fourth
lane
quarter?
violation. Key error right there. Lane violation on Carver is going to get him another shot.
Steve, you start pulling guys out for Carver to start getting ready to make a run in the fourth quarter that they can just...
I don't know if they can afford it, Brett. And he makes them pay for that lane violation. So we got a 10-point game. Wenonah in their press. Carver not really fazed by it. They don't seem panicked at all. Oh, lazy pass by Howard. He tried to one-hand it with his left hand, and it didn't have enough zest on it. In the corner, Johnson driving all the way. Yes.
Oh, gets a teardrop. Here we
8-point
go.
game.
Like you said, here we go.
240.
Get a stop. If you get a stop.
Okay, penetrates. He dishes to the corner. Howard. No. Quick shot is what the Dragons want. Rebound by Williams. He penetrates. He Euros.
Oh,
he gives it to Cade.
Did you see that
Oh,
pass?
my
How he
goodness.
stopped.
Nice assist.
Went around
43-37.
Went around the defender, stopped, saw the open man. That's a floor general. That's a guard play. That's the guard play I've been talking about.
That's what the freshman is going to have to do to get Wenonah back into this game. Outstanding series right there. Carver gets the timeout. All right, let's look at it here, Brett, on the replay. Nice, nice.
Look at that down, how he stopped, got around that defender, stayed under control, and kept his head up, saw where the guy was. His guy got it to him with a nice pass.
Excellent penetration on that play and good vision. Not taking a tough shot, but getting it to the wide open teammate. Here it is again. Gets around one, goes around and passes it around the third for the nice finish by K. 43-37. 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter of this game. You're tuned in to BCS Under the Lights Courtside Edition. Carver and Wenonah. Carver with inbounding now. Wenonah sets up their 1-2-2 full court pressure. Carver has been very casual with this pressure. They haven't panicked, but they haven't taken it seriously enough for me. They're trying to penetrate. Howard gets it blocked. Again.
Nice attempt to try to get to the hole.
Right, but you don't want a rush shot. You're playing into the hands of the defense. Inside, Woodside with a tough shot.
Wow, he was way under the basket.
A miss, 3 of them.
Offensive foul.
That was on the delivery to him. He got the ball in a bad spot, so he had no choice. 8-point game. Stolen. Oh, he missed it. But Johnson cleaned it up.
Do you see how he follows it all the way through to get it? I like how Johnson's plays. He doesn't give up.
6-point game. Deflected by the Dragons. Retained by the Rams. Carver is rushing it. Quick 3. It's off. Out of bounds. Wenonah ball.
Wenonah ball again. They're rushing. The play
rushing.
right there to Marcus 3, there was no reason for him to come up and rush. Look at the clock. Slow it down. Set your play. Run your play. There's no reason for you to have to kick it out and try to make it happen all in one shot. The clock right now is your friend.
1 minute and 5 seconds in this third. Wenonah down by 6. Cade goes baseline, draws contact, and makes the basket.
Wow, here we go.
Cade is playing in this third quarter. The freshman guards from Wenonah. Carver again. Missed the bunny. Deflected out of bounds. Wenonah will retain possession. Again, the full court pressure is designed to get you to throw it away or take a quick shot. Carver is falling into the trap. Penalty!
Oh, here we go.
Baseline.
Here we go.
2-point game. Carver trying to get it up. Deflected. Howard, blocked
Jones
by
comes
Johnson.
and traps it and blocks it.
And he's going coast to coast. He passes it to Cade. 2 points, and we got a tie game with 8 seconds in the third. Under the goal, he misses the jump. And
He
time
misses the
expires
jump.
in the third quarter. Oh, my goodness. What a game.
Oh, my goodness.
Brett. We said it, Brett.
Here it comes. Here it is. We're tied. We're at knots. 45. 45.
Wow.
You called it. We said if you don't slow and control this game, Carver, they're going to let
They kept letting them hang around, Brett. They were playing careless. Wow. Now here we are. A knotted up game and 45 going into the fourth quarter. Where's the momentum, Brett?
Clearly with Wenonah now. Their defense, their press has we thought that, Carver was going to be easy. They didn't like they were shook by the press, but it's done something for Wenonah because they're coming back, and they're doing it on both ends. Look at this.
You just
right
saw an
here.
outstanding block by Johnson to not only block it, but then get the ball and lead the fast break.
And look at
you
her
were
coming
talking
back.
about him.
Yes.
You know, in the first half, how he gets it and go, Brett.
Wow, the good block, and he continues to play at the other end of the court.
Well, as we like to say, Brett, you better tweet somebody. You better tell them on Facebook Live that if they left the game, they need to come back.
Hey, here you go.
Wenonah inbounds it. Carver, under duress, steals it from them. And they're on the baseline. Now they back it out. Dangerous pass there across court. They've got to get some balance. Howard, he took over for a minute. And Wenonah kind of shut him down a little bit. No one else is scoring for Carver. Good defense by the Dragons. They're not letting them get it in. They're not feeding Woodside.
Oh,
turnover.
Foot.
Johnson, there he goes.
Oh, and one.
My goodness.
And one, he does not shy away from the contact.
DeMarcus Johnson gives Wenonah a 2-point lead for the first time in this game. And he has a chance to make it a 3-point lead.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
He did not shy away from the contact as he was going to the hoop.
Carver was moving the ball, as you see the replay, and he just took it and went. Against both of the trees for Carver. Rebound. Carver as he misses the free throw. Wenonah stays in the press. Wenonah's very casual. I mean, Carver's very casual. They break it. Now here comes the quick shot, and they make it this time. Jay Jones has been quiet in this third quarter.
He has.
He started off hot.
He's going to have to start to step up. He's got to play some defense.
Tie game. Inside to Johnson. Against Woodside. Spins.
Drop, did you see that spin move down in the paint?
Oh, my goodness.
Johnson is feeling very confident.
Splits the press. Again, they're coming down. Almost lost his footing. Dangerous pass. Three-pointer, no. Woodside, no. Wenonah is off and running. Williams all the way.
And there goes the freshman. There you go. That's where you got your guard. He's not scared. He's coming in there.
The Dragons are bringing it.
Oh, they've turned the switch on.
Carver's experience is not helping him right now. Howard,
there you
helps
go.
him right there with the two-point basket. And it is a bad inbound pass. The ball will stay with Carver as Wenonah lost it out of bounds. What a major error.
Wow, Dimitri Howard, did you see how he looked like he was determined to take it down there, and he got it off of that paint.
There was a big blow right there by the Dragons to give this ball back to Carver. They had him reeling. They still have a 2-point lead, but Carver can tie it right here.
Wow, emotional swings both ways.
That's right. Carver clears it up top. Threaten Howard in the backcourt. Jump shot.
Three. That's an Aflac.
Three-pointer. Howard says, here I go. 1-point lead for the Rams. Now Johnson looks up. Pump fake. 2 points. Robinson.
Wow.
Up and down, back and forth they go.
Yes, they do.
5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Both teams seem very determined.
30-second
right
timeout.
Now, everybody's trying to see who's going to break on this.
I got a Brownism for you. As I looked over at the Carver bench, man, I realized one of my former students. and a man who's carrying on the legacy of his father. The son of one of the sons of Reginald McGarry Sr. Junior's over there, assistant coaching for Carver, doing a great job. He's a former Council Bulldog. But Gary, his dad was a councilman, and he sent his sons back to council, where I was principal before we closed that school.
Wow.
So BCS excellence carried on through the generation. As Carver puts it in, 1-point lead for the visiting Dragons. Cross-court pass, very dangerous. Now they're trying to back it out and set something up. Howard, though, down the lane and misses. Woodside cleans it up.
Woodside inside. He's got the block. He's got the block.
The Carver bench wanted
a charge.
charge.
But the ref, the strikes were standing right there watching the whole thing.
Right there. He was right there, baby. He let them know. I saw it. He said, I was right there on top of him. He said, I stand my ground strong. Oh, almost a steal on the backside. 1-point lead for Carver. Williams does lose it now. Up to DJ Wade. Pump fakes, but it is blocked, and they call a late whistle. Foul on Johnson.
On Johnson, who hustles back to put the defense and tries to get his hands in there. And he says he got him on the wrist.
He got it.
Johnson says, I don't know what you're talking about.
And the Wenonah fans are saying they don't know, but the call is made, and DJ Wade to the line for the rounds. And he misses the first, 54-53. Carver holding on to a 1-point lead.
Oh my goodness, what a swing. What was that, a 10, 15-point swing?
It was, man, and a good one. Keeping it exciting here. I told you, you better tweet somebody. Tell them we're live here at BCS Under the Lights. DJ Wade. No, he misses it, and Johnson goes up high for the Dragons. And he gets it up the court. They help their fast break. What a pass!
Oh, he gets it in there, right to number 5, Woodside.
I see you, Mr.
No,
Robinson.
sorry, not Woodside, yeah.
What a pass by the big man.
Brandon Davis there to receive in position. Oh, the big O, he comes back.
And a three-pointer
Jaden
by
Jones
Carver.
doesn't, his heart.
And Affleck three-pointer, and it's almost stolen. DJ Wade.
Oh, Jones' heart is pumping ice water. He pulled up and he had no shame. He was ready to give. He said, give it to me.
You're missing a basketball game if you're not watching or you're not here tonight. 2-point lead for the Rams. Nothing like it, Brett. Coaches coaching. Players playing. Bad pass.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
And they get on the floor.
They get tied up as possession. It's going to be down here going to Carver.
There was a bad entry pass. I tell these guys about these one-handed passes, and we got a timeout.
And Carver calls a timeout there, Steve.
57-55. 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining to go in the game.
Wow, have we seen this? Look at this going back and forth on this replay. They're coming back. These guys are playing, throwing the ball down. This is what we're talking about. Well, I guess they're going to stop it. Oh, there it is right there. He's in the corner. Look at that. He's pumping ice water through his veins.
Yes,
Give it
nice
up to me.
And he swishes it.
Bam, look at him. He said, that's all mine, baby. Give it to me.
Yeah. Great and a big-time shot. So 3:56. Carver ready to inbound. Wenonah setting up the press.
Ooh.
They get it across. Wade brings it up. Gets it over here to 3. 3 finds some room. Oh, and throws it away.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying to get it to Howard for the three-pointer from the corner. Tyreek K, the sophomore. 6'1". 5'10" guard, I should say. I think he's grown a little bit since the beginning of the season.
Threw it away. He was looking at Johnson down the middle. Miscommunication. Johnson thought he was going to just hold the ball, but K thought he was going to break toward the basket.
Right, he didn't roll after that pick there. Howard throws it away.
And there's a big throwaway.
There's 2 no-look passes now from Carver that have gone awry.
You can see the players from Carver, there's miscommunication on who was supposed to be where.
2-point game. Carver holding on to the lead. Inside to Johnson. Up to Robinson. 2 points.
Drops it in.
Carver brings it up in this tie ball game. Howard into the lane and out. Howard down the lane. Oh, he goes up high but misses it. Oh, the contestant of Robinson.
Oh, there he goes again, down and goes to the...
That boy is all over the field. All over the court. Playing like he's on the field.
Oh, my goodness.
Makes me think about him as a receiver getting up to go get it. 3. Howard. He goes in among the trees and converts.
Howard goes in there and does that. You saw he does that.
Howard takes it to Johnson and Robinson like with no pause, Brett.
No pause. He's like, give me the ball. Got a timeout there by Wenonah.
$59 is the score, man. What a game. 1 minute and 40 seconds. We didn't know it was going to end this way, but Brett, based upon this season so far, you could have predicted it. Another barn burner game.
Here we go right here on the replay as they bringing the ball up. You can see there's Johnson. Look how he just steps and
jump stop.
Reverse.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
What an athletic move.
Oh, completely athletic. Completely athletic. He knows where he is on the floor.
You're looking at the Carver bench and the Wenonah benches as these coaches are strategizing for this last minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeoman's job by Wenonah getting back, fighting their way back into this game during the third quarter. As we see another replay, Howard going up amongst the trees.
Yes, he's got ice water in his veins as well. He's very confident in his skill.
Right, he has no pause in going in there among Johnson and Robinson. So Wenonah will inbound it. Tie game, minute 40 seconds. Williams to Kay, to Pendleton, to Johnson. He drives and backs it out. Smart decision. Pendleton. They're weaving it. Johnson looking for room. Williams baseline over the Cade, inside to Robinson, out to Johnson. Great ball movement, and they couldn't finish though. Great defense.
Great defense, yes. Great ball movement, great defense. Both teams playing high level right now.
I'm loving this, Brett, right here on the front row with my guy, Brett Oates.
Oh yeah, Steve Brown.
All right, Howard now. Giving it to Woodside. Woodside has been silent in this second half. Now they try to get it to him and Cade steals it. And he gives it to Williams. Williams, great job selling it up. Pennington has some room, but he settles it up. 35 seconds, Brett. Cade. Wenonah looking maybe to get a last shot here. Inside to Robinson. Backside.
Oh! He misses but goes to the line, draws two. Did you see that?
Wow.
How they moved that ball around?
Man. And the great defense by Carver.
Great defense. Now, hey, that is basketball being played.
Yeah, nobody turned their head. Nobody lost sight of the ball. So let's see now, Pendleton with this awkward stance, Brett. If he was swinging a bat, I believe you would correct that stance. And he misses it. 22.2 seconds. Oh my goodness. Pendleton.
Oh.
If I was coaching him, I'd say, put that left foot on the line, son. And you would hit the shot. I say, square up to him, Antoine. I tell him to square up. And he missed the second one.
All right, what do you do?
Carver now has a chance for the final basket. Howard, he's been hot. He penetrates. He dishes.
And he gets it in there.
Oh, my goodness. Time out. Time out.
Jalen Thomas, the senior forward, the 6'5", gets it down in the paint and banks it off of the paint. Off of the glass, rather.
Devin Smith, what you got to say about this action, buddy? Fred Fuka, what you say down there in the truck, baby? We got some basketball here.
Oh, this is cardiac arrest time going on here. Look at this. Down in there, lays it off how he drives it. I thought Howard was going to try to do it himself.
I did too, Brett, and I think so did Wenonah, but he used his history to dish it and get a basket.
He did.
2-point game. 8.4 seconds.
Wow, what a swing.
Wow, man. We got some action here, and we could get bonus action with overtime.
There you go.
Let's see what Coach Lane and his staff is drawing up over there.
So is this what we have for basketball here in BCS for 2024?
Absolutely. They're keeping it, the tradition going. Yes, sir, indeed. 8.4 seconds. Carver High School. Man, these kids are playing some basketball.
They are playing. What a swing.
It comes down to this. It comes down to this. Here we go. Pressure by Carver. Inbounded, he's off and running. 6 seconds, timeout, they got it across half court.
Wow, smart move. Way to get it over there so he can get it and set up his play. So they have a full timeout.
5.3 seconds in the game.
Coach Lane is over there with Wenonah drawing this thing up.
And what do? Did you go for a quick shot, Brett, to try to give Johnson and Robinson a chance to clean up a miss? Or do you
I would say
ice it?
Right now, try to one quick touch, somebody's got to break. Get it in his hand, because now defensively, I'm sitting back. If he's going to beat us, he's got to beat me with the three.
So it sounds like I hear you saying get in the hand of Johnson and let Johnson just
would give
go
it
to the rim.
There you go, because he is not scared of the contact.
All right. First horn is sounded. Carver is out on the court. Second horn. They're saying come out of the huddle, Wenonah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to this.
Woo!
It comes down to this. We got a Wenonah parent over there on the bench exhorting her young man who came out of the game. Inside
it's stolen. It takes off with the foot.
Wow. Pass went in to Johnson. He could not contain it. And we have a foul. We have a foul. Carver will get the ball. The play did not come to fruition. All they have to do is inbound it. They get it in, and they drew the foul. 1 second now. Still not in the bonus. Not in the 1-and-1. So this should do it right here. Oh, y'all. Oh, he gave a warning. That could have been a foul call there. Throw it up. It's stolen, but they could not. Oh, my goodness, but they could not get the shot off.
Wow, this was a game.
What a game.
1-point victory.
What an effort by the Dragons. And what an exciting game to give our fans.
This was an exciting game. An exciting game the way we start the year 2024 with sideline BCS You know, oh my God.
Outstanding effort by both teams. This young freshman, sophomore, laden squad of the Dragons and the young but with a few veterans spiked in roster of Carver, they put on a game tonight.
There you go. It came down to guys just making the play. They made. Carver came through when it was tight. We saw them. They were shooting when you had players that were saying, give me the ball, I'm ready to go. But it was on both sides that were saying, give me the ball, I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
And play defense. Nobody wilted.
None of them. They didn't shy away from the moment, man. All of their players were up for the task, and that's a testament to these two great coaches, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As we said, this was a non-region game. So both of these teams are getting primed for postseason, and I think we have some good, exciting things to look forward to from both Carver and from the Wenonah Dragons.
Every time we've seen Wenonah play, it has been an exciting game with them. They are entertaining.
They really are, man, and they get up and down the court. That kid Johnson, man. But I mean, I don't need to start naming because they got Johnson. They've got Cade, Robinson. You know, keep going. They
There's
got
Pendleton,
Williams.
there's Collins, there's Robinson. You had Williams. You got all those guys came through and they come to play. And the role players that Wenonah has when it comes to them coming into the game, they clearly play their game. I mean, you know, when you have Collins, the forward, the 6'5", he's a sophomore. He comes in and he plays well. So it is just amazing to see what they do over at Wenonah. And the same thing over at Carver.
Absolutely.
Carver, let's take nothing from Carver.
Nothing at all. Coach Davis' team had the game in check. They lost the momentum, but they were able to maintain, and they finished. They got the victory. So he's got some coaching points, but at the same time, hey, we want to make sure that we give Coach Jones and his staff at Carver kudos for starting strong and finishing strong as well. Well, let's get our promos in, man. They're shutting the lights down on us.
They said, gotta go.
Hey, we got to get ready for school in the morning, baby. With the pep band, they did a great job. Brett, the champions, Coach Lane and his girls.
There we go, the championship. There you go. The Wenonah Lady Dragons in the 2003 Alabama High School Athletic Association 5A State Flag Football Champions. Congratulations to the Lady Dragons and their championship.
The Birmingham City School District Football Champions for middle school, J.H. Phillips Academy, the middle school championship football team, 8-1 on the regular season. Congratulations, coaches, players, and staff. The winter intercession coming up in just a few weeks. You can start registering now. It'll be January the 16th through the 19th for elementary, K-8, and high schools as well. Elementary K-8 is 6 through 8, 8 to 1. High schools, 8:30 to 1:30. You get one-on-one tutoring, small group instruction, lunch, breakfast. You get after-school care if you need it for the primary grades. Register and get some extra learning.
And you got Courtside on January the 5th. J5, we've got Woodlawn versus the Shades Valley Mounties. So we're going to be over there watching Woodlawn. The Woodlawn Colonels take them on J5. You know that date is close to my heart.
Yes, sir, it is. This Friday coming right up, man. And we get to be homers because we're playing at Jefferson County School. The BCS has an app. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Stay in the know on school happenings all year long and follow us today. The BCS Specialty School applications are open. Epic, Princeton, Phillips, Ramsey, and WJ Christian. If you would like to get into one of our alternative programs that are open to students from across our district, get in your application by following the QR code on site or go to the BCS website and put in your application. You can be a sponsor like Jax, our first and our most prominent sports corporate sponsor, or like Aflac, or like AEA. you can be a sponsor and showcase our student athletes along with the best of BCS excellence. Reach out to Nikki Seaborn at cseaborn at bhm.k12.al.us.
And the official halftime sponsors, AEA, the Alabama Education Association. They do so much for the help education. AEA.
Shout out to my man Emery Kidd of AEA, who I was chatting with today, and look forward to working with him and the others. Ms. LaMonica Harris as well for AEA. Al Flack, James W. Brown, a great sponsor of BCS Athletics, District Sales Coordinator. Give him a call, our outstanding three-point sponsor. And
our Scholar Athlete of the Week sponsor, Jax. All about the South. It's Jax, one of our corporate sponsor. We thank them so much, and they are so good to us, and they've been feeding us, and
yes,
it is good.
Take a break from that that New Year's Day dinner and grab you some Jax on the way home. The first Scholar Athlete of the Week, Brianna Atkins, 3.9. 3.9 GPA, Brianna Atkins, getting it done. T. Marcus 3.0 GPA Scholar Athlete of the Week. All about the South.
Oh, he did his thing tonight, too.
Yes, he did. The Player of the Game sponsor. Well, our Player of the Game, Brett. Carver came away with the victory. Who would you pin as the guy who we want to recognize for our Player of the Game?
Wow. Do you know who I really, because he, at the last minute, he pulled it and he had that from the corner, ice in his veins. That was, I believe that was that number, was that not Atkins?
I believe it was, Jordan. Jones.
Jaden Jones, the senior guard, 6'5", who pulled up from the corner with no hesitation. That's got to be our guy, my guy for tonight. How about you?
I go with you, Brett. He put the icing on the cake. Howard had a good game.
Yes.
Put him in a position to be there, but you got to give it to the guy that had the touch on that winning shot.
Yeah.
So kudos to him, our Jax Player of the Game. And we are wrapping up things here at Carver High School. They've gotten all the students out. Now they're looking for us to get out, Brett.
Yeah, they're like flipping like it was a party. Remember they used to flip the lights on?
Absolutely.
Off and on.
And we are obedient. When security tells us to shut it down, we're going to shut it down. But what a great broadcast for our first night. I'm Steve Brown, been here with my guy, Brett Oates, looking good and dapper. I took a casual night, y'all, with my sweater on, and we're going to be back for the pre-show this Friday.
That's right.
We get to come with our full pre-show, so be here with us 30 minutes before the game as we get ready for Woodlawn and Shades Valley. And that's going to be a game where, as we said, we can be homers, so we're Woodlawn all the way.
Oh, yeah.
So we look forward to a great game, our first time broadcasting Woodlawn this season, and we look forward to seeing what they have to offer on the basketball court. So if you didn't text somebody, don't let them miss the game Friday, because they're missing a great thing hearing from this man, Brett Oates, seeing the highlights coming from our truck, Fred Fluker, Devin Smith, and the crew, our great cameraman giving you the great shots, and Nikki Seaborn, our great producer, miss everything behind the scenes, making sure
they're
we
the
have
guys in the truck.
Everything that we
they're
need.
the guys in the truck.
David Israel and the likes, all the fellas down there, our sideline reporters. Fred Davenport is getting back off a little vacation here. And so we look forward to seeing him. And when we get back, we're going to be back on Friday with nothing but love for you and the rest of our Birmingham City Schools community. Good night, everybody. From Carver High School, this is BCS Under the Lights.